How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another beautiful matchup. Today we have JWU Esports versus UAlbany. We saw a lot of beautiful gameplay from UAlbany earlier, and we should have a fantastic matchup tonight. I am joined today by Potates that joined me before. Introduce yourself, Potates.
Yo, what's up, guys? Potates, also Chris. But let's get into this match.
Right, yeah, we are excited for a really interesting show of skill today by JWU Esports and UAlbany. UAlbany, I was there this morning. Potates unfortunately could not make it to cast this morning, but we got to see UAlbany absolutely destroy in competition this morning. It was a landslide repeatedly in almost all of their games. We were looking for more of a close matchup, and I think that with the skill from these teams and the skill that was displayed this morning, going up against JWU, which has been a powerhouse in this tournament thus far, this should be either a closely matched game or a lot of skill will outweigh a lot of skill. I mean that's what we have in front of us. What do you think, Potates?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, UAlbany with a great win earlier against Sacred Heart. But JWU was just a whole other beast against them. JWU kind of just steamrolling so far through this ECAC Fall Invitational. I think going 6-1 actually for their total games. But just like looking at it, like Jemmy, a great player, a Masters top laner, huge champion pool, but really well known for his Poppy. Couple other things, Testimony, Diamond 4 for JWU. He's a great jungler. And a couple others, we see Fear of Low on the mid lane, A main on the ADC, and Makujo on the support. But UAlbany, once again, a great competitor for JWU, as Cafu will be running the top lane, Diamond 4 player. Reaper in the jungle, Platinum 1. Good Ken on the mid lane and he's Diamond 4. Rune TMC, Platinum 2 ADC, and Yox, the Diamond 3 support player. Both teams incredible. UAlbany was able to show their stuff on stream earlier today, but let's see how JWU takes on their competition.
Yeah, I think we are. Are we close to getting started here? I think everybody is almost ready.
Yeah, we're just waiting. I think a couple people still getting into the lobby, but should be starting up here soon. Might as well get into it. If you've never seen a League of Legends before, I'll just get a quick explanation. So League of Legends is a MOBA or a multiplayer online battle arena type game where 2 teams of 5 battle it out and attempt to defend their base and attack the enemy's base. Each player on each team chooses a champion, which with their each skill sets and scaling potential, and just both teams battle it out and try to defeat the enemy team's nexus.
Lots of love in chat to stray away from what you were saying. Lots of love in chat for both teams right now. We're seeing Go JWU. A little bit of trash talk coming in. A little, you'll be eating your words. We're rooting for both teams here. I mean, we love to see the fans showing up in chat to support, and it should be a really awesome game. This obviously has a ton of gravity, this match, because the winner of this is going to take this whole, right? The Fall Invitational is going to head to the National Invitational, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we are getting into the draft now. JWU with the first ban, gonna get an early ban onto Lucian. However, they will they're gonna respond with the Poppy. Surprisingly, I think banning out Jemmy's Poppy early, getting him off his main.
The Lucian ban is a really good pick from JWU. This morning, they definitely were watching, saw UAlbany playing Lucian, absolutely destroying repeatedly with that Lucian. The picks from that Lucian were insane this morning. They don't want to deal with that problem. Like, what was it this morning that they played against? They definitely don't want to do that as well.
Yeah. Another ban coming in on the Mordekaiser from JWU. I believe Kafu is pretty well known for his Mordekaiser top, so good target there. However, response from UAlbany is going to ban the Nidalee off of Testimony. But another jungle ban actually with the Lilia. Lilia, great potential on her ultimate. Her ultimate, it's anyone who's been recently affected by her abilities goes to sleep for a good amount of seconds. So potential plays coming out from her. Just banning it is a very safe choice from JWU. In the final ban for the first phase, we will see the Samira. Samira, actually the newest champion in the game, who has huge potential bot lane if she gets fed early. So let's see how the picks go now.
Yeah, Lilia was also a big pick this morning from UAlbany. Again, clearly JWU getting that out of the way early, not looking to fight against the players that UAlbany got comfortable with this morning.
So we do see Jemmy picking up the set first. I really like that pick from Jemmy. A huge, if he does keep him top, it's really good for dueling early top gank or getting ganks with his jungler, but late game team fight a ton. UAlbany, however, get to respond with the Senna. Might also pick the support here now, getting the bot lane out early. But right now Reaper is hovering support, and he will go with the Leona. But now Testimony coming back with his other pick. Let's see if he maybe picks ADC right now for AA main, or maybe mid for, actually not mid, but maybe the support for Makujo. Hovering the Callista, interesting pick. I don't think we've seen Callista much in the ECAC Fall Invitational. Pretty low pick rate, and it actually will come out. Very surprised by that pick. Probably one of the least played ADCs in the game right now. But let's see if A main is able to utilize that well. Now we're waiting on Fear of LO. 10 seconds left on his pick. So far, a good amount of AD for JWU. Might see an AP pick here, maybe some sustain, but actually going to get the Nautilus out. That we should see that bot lane with the support on Makujo. So that's a great pick for JWU. A lot of high pressure, high engage team right now with the Callista, the Set, and the Nautilus. And last pick for the first pick, we'll go to Good Ken. Let's see what he's going to be getting for his team. I would like to see AP out of him as well, unless they are going to pick possibly a top laner or jungle. And they will go with the Cassiopeia. So,
ooh, another one that was picked this morning from UAlbany, the Cassiopeia, put in work this morning. I think it was Good Ken playing the Cassiopeia as well. If he's back in that Cassiopeia, it could be a real problem for JWU tonight.
So now moving on to the second ban phase, JWU still has possibly a jungle or top lane to pick, depending on where that set goes, as well as the mid laner for Fear of LO, and they will ban the Ornn to get that off the top lane. Good bans. Ornn, very high, very good ultimate, very good top lane. An interesting Gangplank ban. I know they were. I did catch a little bit earlier of the match. I saw Gangplank play a little bit. How was he able to do?
From what I understand, Gangplank was throwing me for a loop, if I'm honest. But from what I understand, there was a really good performance from Gangplank all throughout the game. From what I heard, Aaron was absolutely just going to town, talking about how that Gangplank was really a great pick for, I think it was UAlbany this morning. Yeah, he talked a lot about it. I'm interested to understand. So who's picked so far? We've had our top lane, mid lane, and bottom lanes picked, right?
For JWU, we've seen either top or jungle, as well as the ADC and support. We're waiting on mid and once again top lane or jungle for JWU. But for UAlbany, we've seen the full bot lane with the Senna Leona, as well as the mid lane for Cassiopeia. So they still have to pick a top or jungle. And for the rest of the bans, we do see a Kassadin come out for ban for UAlbany, as well as the Shen ban. But Rune TMC will pick the J4 jungle, Jarvan 4. Both teams with a really high engage potential. J4, that EQ combo, able to dive in and ult and trap whoever he wants. Might be looking to trap the Callista from AA main here possibly, but unsure what we're going to see so far. Now waiting on AA main's pick, seeing if he might get Fear of LO's pick, and it will go to the Victor. Interesting matchup for the mid lane. Both heavy AP mids. Victor might have a good bit of edge early with his abilities, but if Cassiopeia gets fed, she can go to town. Now just two more picks, or one more pick for each team. We will see the Makujo picking the top or jungle, just waiting from that, and it will go to Volibear. So I believe we will see a Volibear jungle from Testimony, as well as the set staying on Jemmy top. And finally, Yox finishing off this tournament draft phase right now. Just waiting, see what we get. I do want someone tanky, and that's going to be someone very tanky. Malphite, a great pick. Let's see if they stay on it, and they do.
And he does. Locks in that Malphite.
So just with the 60 seconds we have before the 3-minute delay, just talking about a couple things. The set actually will be staying jungle, surprisingly. So we see, and I was wrong, Volibear top and set jungle, but pretty consistent for UAlbany right now, as they're going to be running pretty much what was expected. I like the team comps from both teams. High engage potential, Malphite's ult, what he's known for, that big AoE knockup, as well as the J4 combo. Those two are going to do a lot of damage very fast on the JWU. However, JWU does have that Kalista combo with the Nautilus. Kalista's ult, if you don't know, pulls in her teammate and allows them to launch back out and knock up a bunch of the enemy team, as well as sets suplex, pretty much, where he slams an enemy into the ground and does an area of effect to the enemy team. So both teams, excellent comps. Great pick phase for both. Let's see if each team is able to utilize what they were able to pick.
Yeah, Malphite can be a real powerhouse if he's built correctly. That's one of the very few characters I explicitly know from just hearing people who were tilted over Malphite repeatedly. And like I mentioned before, that Cassiopeia is going to be, I think, a really, really strong pick from UAlbany.
Yeah,
I to see them go up to. So, all right, I'm not even sure what I was gonna. I was gonna say what would best is gonna go up against this Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is gonna be mid lane, right?
Yeah, so she will be going up against Fioravello on the Victor. I think with UAlbany's picks, they're probably going to be looking to carry through the Cassiopeia. Not much damage from them AD wise. I mean, J4 has a lot of AD as well as Senna, but not compared to other like assassin junglers or high damage ADs. But so we should see J4 kind of staying around mid, possibly looking to get Victor behind early. But if Kalista and Nautilus are able to win that bot lane, we should see a lot of damage coming out of them. But just while we're waiting, I mean, we still have a little bit longer for the spectator delay. Just talking about a couple teams, JWU Esports, so kind of new to the scene, running a bunch of games, very well known for their Overwatch as well as their League of Legends and their Smash. Just some great teams coming out of them. But what do you think about UAlbany just from seeing them possibly in League, and now I know they have a great Overwatch team as well as a Smash team?
Yeah, UAlbany has I've seen them in the Overwatch League. They've performed really well, and I've seen them obviously this morning in the league competition that we casted this morning. And I mean, they perform. I mean, they come out to play. They clearly are breeding. I mean, everybody in the collegiate scene right now is just breeding fantastic gamers repeatedly. JWU Esports consistently. I mean, I'm from JWU Esports, obviously, and I can tell you that we are training and preparing some fantastic gamers repeatedly all day long. UAlbany's proven that they're doing the same thing. I mean, clearly they are displaying a lot of skill. They're displaying a lot of love. And the chat, clearly we have a lot of fans of both. You love to see that. I can't emphasize enough how much I love to see fans of JWU Esports, fans of UAlbany Esports. We need that esports scene collegiate, baby. I mean, that is really important. And it shows that more than just the players are important to the school. The community appreciates the players, appreciates the game, and they're here to support.
Yeah, I do, seeing in chat, I do got to shout out my boy R Mooch. He's on JWU Valorant as well as League, but his the Valorant team, first year for pretty much every team, as its game just recently came out. But I know UAlbany is currently competing as well as JWU in the Valorant ECAC division, and both teams are doing an excellent job for being first year on the scene. But otherwise, just being part of the Overwatch or ECAC Overwatch community, UAlbany probably one of the deadliest teams out there, as well as JWU. And we also saw JWU competing in the Smash HV GamerCon finals and did get second place for that. So both teams developing a great program so far. UAlbany, I believe, is a little bit older than JWU's, but both excellent programs and should see a ton of potential coming out of them in the future.
All right, stay tuned for technical difficulties. Give us one moment as the game window has changed a little bit here. We are waiting for everybody to load in. We love college internet. We love college esports.
Shout out JWU Wi-Fi. But yeah, finally getting into the game now. So just waiting for each team to load in. They are already in the match, however, so just waiting on our end. 3 minutes in with this delay. And we do see both teams spawning in. So, nice. Starting it up, let's see how both teams look to start early. Just a couple item choices. We do see Volibear looking for getting the door end shield, playing a little safer as Malphite picks his corrupting pot. That will be an interesting dual top lane as both have great potential early. As JWU is sticking together, they're looking to go do something here. Unsure what they're just waiting around mid-bush as they're going in on this Senna. Might get caught out as she's forced to flash. Still gonna chase it, and Testimony gonna get it. Makuja following up. The cleanse coming out. Will she go down? She will. Callista getting that first blood.
Oh my gosh, absolutely savage this early in the game. JWU Esports not messing around, showing that they're here to play.
Yeah, already a 500 gold lead before minions even spawn. So, great start for JWU. So we did see a couple flashes come out there. Testimony with the Hex flash, not as bad as we do see Senna losing her flash and her cleanse there. But looking like for summoner spells, that's really all that was used. But otherwise, great invade. Catching the Senna off guard when she least expected it. We do see Testimony starting on the red side as well. However, J4 will actually start on his red side as well. Jungler starting on the opposite sides from each other. And we'll potentially see Testimony maybe roam top on that set, get an early lead for his Volibear, or maybe something mid lane, as getting Fear of LO fed will help JWU out a ton in the long run. Just looking now bot lane, both teams kind of CSing, brawling it out, but I do want to see early roams from both teams. I want to see maybe the Victor going bot lane, looking for something on the Senna Leona, maybe Set just helping out his bot lane, and Volibear, maybe a teleport in if the UAlbany team gets overextended, but we'll see how that goes. Both teams still just CSing. Not much to talk about during this phase.
Right, absolutely. It's just that beginning of the game handshake that every team does. I mean, we did see that initial mind-blowing kill like that early. I mean, I was just really surprised to see that
fight breaking out.
Chaos.
And that's going to be a pick.
Another
great pull. Nautilus pulling in his target, Senna, and just taking down Rune TMC. And like I said, Callista already 2-0 now, 2 kills, 0 deaths, as well as going to be able to get a huge CS lead here due to that kill. JWU just looking to win through this Callista, getting her fed early, but we might see UAlbany respond with something mid lane. Fear of LO looking like he's kind of playing middle of the lane. J4 getting a little bit low, finishing his blue, and will be forced to reset here maybe. But otherwise, A main just kind of farming it out. Senna finally returning to lane after that pick, as the gold lead has now increased to about 1.2, 1.3k. Makuja looking for a pull, but really not going to get anything off it. And a little poke coming out from the Senna, getting some souls. So just a couple things. Senna bot lane, pretty new to the game, but just Senna is known for her stacks. Basically how she works is on minion deaths, or if she's able to attack an enemy champion, she's able to grab a soul from them that goes to stacks, and those stacks lend her AD, lifesteal, some range on her auto attack, just a couple things that'll really help in the late game. And she pretty much has infinite scaling, so JWU might want to end this early. Top lane duel, both pretty low on mana. Jemmy pushing Cafu into his tower, looking for maybe a tower dive, but Set's just going to be getting the Rift Scuttler right now. JWU, big Rift Scuttler hold right now. Both bottom and top jungle, getting a lot of information from the vision you get from that. Right now, if we look mid lane, Cassiopeia is a little pushed up. Might be cut out by the Set here as he Hex splashes in. Stun get a slow, but not finish it off as
she gets out just in time.
Yeah, good Ken. Forced to flash, but a good flash at that. Staying alive, potential to keep farming. As Reaper now onto Testimony, both brawling it out. Testimony does have a lot less HP, but Fear of Elo will come to his rescue. And Reaper just get a combo on out of there and live to see another day. Do see bot lane. We do see Dragon is now up at the 5-minute mark. We might see JWU go for or both teams might try to go for an early jungle Dragon clear. J4 wrapping back around on Fear of Elo, gonna dodge the knockup, but still put a lot of damage. Cassiopeia trying to put him down with that poison, and the flash pulls him out. Oh my god.
I mean, talk about under the gun.
Just so much damage from Cassiopeia, those constant poison shots or poison darts. And another fight bringing out top lane, both kind of trading. Jemmy so far winning that trade with his shield that he's able to gain from his storm. But nothing gonna really come out of that. Looking at gold now, JWU just increasing their gold lead at the 6-minute mark, almost up to 1.5k pretty much now. J4, however, looking for possibly something bot lane as he's gonna clear out the ward and remove that vision from JWU. I do want to see J4, or excuse me, Reaper 789 possibly look for some dragon control. Maybe try to get a gank bot on this Kalista. Doesn't have a lot of escape potential, not a lot of mobility except for her auto attack passive. So maybe could see something coming out of there as these fist fights top lane just continue to go on. Jemmy's still winning them as Malphite is just not able to sustain that amount of damage. Looking back, bot, Aimane and Makuja will be pushing into the UAlbany tower right now. Might be a good time for something to happen down there, but it looks like J4 is just going to move over to his wolves and not exactly look for anything down there. JWU now setting up for Dragon with Set moving in. They're actually going to start taking it as they get some vision possibly on the top lane. See that J4 is nowhere in sight, and that's just an easy Dragon take. No contest from UAlbany.
JWU quickly takes that Dragon. To reiterate for anyone watching and anyone in chat, what does that Dragon really do for us late game? What is the effect of taking it? Does it just extend the gold lead?
So they just took Infernal Drake, which is basically just an increase in both attack damage and ability power. So that's really good. If you're unsure of how Drakes work, for anyone in the audience, basically Drake is a objective on the map in the bot lane river. And actually, we're looking at mid. Cassiopeia and Victor getting really low. Testimony gonna try to flash, but not get it. Still chasing, and the ult comes out.
Tries to get out of there and just absolutely cannot get away.
Yeah. I mean, a big slam coming in from the Set and finishing off the kill as JWU now takes the 3-0 lead and will look for Rift Herald. So, like I was saying, Drake basically is a bottom river objective, which lends various buffs to the entire team. This one they specifically got was Infernal Drake, which gives some attack damage and ability power. However, there are a couple others with Cloud Drake giving ultimate cooldown reduction, Mountain Drake giving tower damage, and Ocean Drake giving a bit of healing over time, I believe. So how Drakes work in the end is the first 2 Drakes are random. As we saw, Infernal was first, and the next one will be Mountain. But after that, a specific soul of one of those 4 Drakes takes over, and the map changes in various ways depending on it. And from that point on, all Drakes are that specific Drake Soul, and whichever team is able to claim 4 dragons will claim that soul and just basically gets a huge buff that is a game changer pretty much. Once the Drake Soul is claimed, Elder Drake spawns a few minutes later, and just once again another potential game changer, much more health, big monster to take down. We also look top lane the Rift Herald. So Rift Herald spawns before the 20-minute mark, basically gives the person who is able to kill it can take a small little eye that is a buff that decreases recall time, and once placed is able to respawn the Rift Herald and push into the enemy towers and do tons of damage compared that the champions are able to do. So looking now at the almost 10-minute mark, JWU expanding their gold lead once again, almost up to 3K now, just about 2.3, or excuse me, 2.7, 2.8 around right now. So
now as we watch and we see JWU with a huge lead at the moment, I do want to mention that UAlbany came back from a huge lead this morning where they were down 3 kills. They were down a lot of gold. They are able to turn things around. It's something that they can do.
Look at this dive. Oh my god. Slam the Set and Victor combo. The Hex Flash coming out of Testimony and just slamming the Cassiopeia under her tower. Pretty much one-shotting her with Fear Bellows damage.
Completely dirty. That was just a full-blown slaughter. Nothing you could do about it. Before they even knew what was going on, it was over. It was too late.
Another fight breaking out bot as Senna is forced to use her ultimate, and Leona as well, but the knockup will come out of Kalista. Leona getting very low, but Senna pretty much full health. Both fighting.
Oh.
And that's going to finish it off with the pull out of the spears. Oh. Wow.
JWU really putting themselves in the driver's seat, proving that they are a force to be reckoned with. They've done great in this tournament thus far, and they're only going to continue to put in work to show that they've practiced harder, to show that they are the more equipped team.
So right now we do actually see the Rift Herald spawn bot lane. Testimony did use his Rift Herald to get this bot tower, and they should be able to finish it off, but might see the Rift Herald go down in the end, as he will, but it will result in the first tower going for JWU. Ton of gold. However, Victor and Set fighting the Cassiopeia. She's able to just get out of there, but Makudro gonna fly in with his hook and finish her off. However, J4 looking for anything on his ult, as Fear of Elo will be forced to flash. Just 7-0 lead now. It's just JWU is completely taken control of this early game. 12 minutes in, and they are driving this game forward for themselves.
Yeah, with a 6,000 gold lead and a 7-kill lead about 12 minutes into the game, it's looking pretty obvious where we stand at the moment.
UAlbany might look for something to come back here. I mean, I do like UAlbany's team fight, though, a lot better. Just the J4 combo with the Malphite, as well as that Cassiopeia damage and her ultimate. Cassiopeia's ult, if you don't know, very similar to Medusa. Her ultimate, if anyone is staring at her, she can cast her ult and stun them, pretty much petrifying them for a good number of seconds and making them unable to do anything. So let's see if UAlbany is able to capitalize on their huge teamfight potential, as this brawl top lane is still going on. Nothing has come out of it except just a big CS lead for Jemmy. 40, pretty much almost 50 now for him. As
that second dragon goes down there, by the way, to blue team, giving them plus 6% armor and magic resistance.
Here we go again, mid lane. Cassiopeia getting slammed down once again. It's just unfair.
It is. It's an absolute slaughter. This is, as Aaron would say, what tilt is made of.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the Cassiopeia, being now 0-4, just super far behind. I mean, she is still at 85 CS, so Victor has not really disrupted that much, but just these constant ganks from the Makujo on the Nautilus and Testimony on the Set. It's just, she's unable to do pretty much anything, even under her tower. Moving forward now, we do see Rift Herald actually spawning in about 1 minute, so we might see JWU possibly make a play here. Already up 2-0 with the Dragons and expanding their gold lead once again. If they're able to get another Rift Herald, they might just put this game away. Just looking at scores right now, though, we do see Callista 4-0-1 with a 400 gold bounty, already getting her Bork as well as her tier 2 Berserker's boots, Berserker's Greaves. Senna just falling a bit behind, but does have her mana immune to hopefully work out something there. This top lane has been pretty slow, just 2 big champions, very tanky, both just brawling it out, trading, CSing, as Volibear is going to have that huge CS lead, but Malphite is certainly not out of the game yet. And the Rift Herald looks to be taken here now. JWU kind of surrounding it. Probably not going to see a contest from UAlbany as J4 Reaper 79 is at his blue buff completely across the map from this Rift Herald. And that's pretty much going to be easily taken. Testimony taking the Rift Herald and might possibly see to put it top. Malphite not the greatest. Might not be able to defend this as Makujo and A-Main have roamed up here. They do spot out the Malphite, but he has a ward, so he's able to walk back safely. And we're just waiting to see what they do top lane. Right now, there is CS or minions under tower, but Testimony spots out this J4. J4 with a big CS lead or a level lead, but it's just all for naught. Oh, a good flash coming out. Let's see if he's able to escape off that. He's gonna take it very slow, but he kind of just stands around.
And he gets almost getting away in fear, just securing that kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Reaper was doing there. I mean, still unsure about his Nautilus, the Nautilus being there, but he was just kind of standing around and didn't even look to escape.
And just like that, it looks like we are going to see this top lane tower fall apart. No, as they're backed off.
Low, but
by the Malphite.
Oh my god, this Malphite taking a lot of damage.
An absolute tank.
Yeah, those Callista just already with that 4-0 lead. Just Callista, basically how she works, she's kind of different from other ADCs where she's able to stack up spears onto her target. And one of her abilities, Rend, pulls out the spears and does that amount of damage, or does a certain amount depending on how many spears are inside the champion. So really looks for executes there, as we might see something come out of Cafu. He doesn't know, and he's gonna ult in. Both Leona and Senna ult coming out, and Fear of All is gonna go down. A great combo from UAlbany there. Just Malphite combo, or Malphite ulting in, as well as the Leona to follow up with her stun, and Senna to give them a shield.
Those quick kills are going to be important to start closing this gold gap if UAlbany wants to have any chance of bringing back this game.
Yeah, just waiting to see what UAlbany is able to do there, as they're just going to have to play for picks like they just did. I really like that, though. Getting that Cassiopeia kill finally is really good, especially a shutdown like that onto the Victor. Putting her a little bit back in this game, as the gold lead does kind of close up a little bit. JWU about 7.5 now. Still a big lead for JWU, but it's anything for UAlbany to come back.
We're about to see here in a bit. The Ocean Drake, I believe, spawning in the middle here.
Yeah, so if you didn't catch it, Ocean Drake or Ocean Soul took over the map, and just looking at the map, a lot more just water around, and the fruits you may see, they're little plants. They drop, if you auto attack them, they drop little fruits which heal and restore mana. As another fight breaking out, Fear of LO using his Victor ult as well as his stun, as J4 is caught out, but he's gonna slide away to safety. Fear of LO chasing though, an interesting flash. Will get the kill, but go down as Cassiopeia has them caught in J4's trap, and Testimony forced to flash out. Over another fight breaking out as the Volibear ults in, Leona getting very low, and looks like she will go down. However, Malphite, a great ult as well to follow up, doing a lot of damage. Senna just poking from the back line as Makujo goes down as well. Leona,
oh my gosh, a massive team fight, an absolute slaughter here from both sides.
Testimony trying to run away, getting very low in the slow, and will finish him off. A huge team fight for UAlbany there.
3 good kills there on JWU, and 2 good kills there on UAlbany, if I'm not mistaken.
We do see, however, the Cassiopeia going from 0 and 4 to 3 and 4, getting back into this game. Probably has a ton of gold that she might need to reset and get some items right now. But I really like what UAlbany is doing here, just feeding through this Cassiopeia. But however, we do gotta look. JWU now at a 3-0 Dragon lead. Very huge for them.
You have to mention and the Ocean Dragon, because they just got it. They're gonna get that 2.5% passive healing every 5 seconds now, JWU, with another buff, really putting them ahead of the game. But not to mention that gold gap, we're seeing it close a little bit more as they went from 8K to 7K now to about 6K of a gap. UAlbany doing what they can to catch up here. Those kills will make those kills will be really, really important at closing that gap and giving them any shot here.
Yeah, I do believe I said for Mountain Dragon that it increases tower damage. Correction on myself, it actually gives 6% armor and magic resistance. So just correcting myself there. However, JWU will get the passive from the Infernal Drake, giving 4% attack damage and AP, as well as that Mountain Dragon and the Ocean Dragon buff. As Baron is spawning in now, and JWU wants to take it immediately at 20 minutes, UAlbany's nowhere in sight. The only one close enough is the Malphite, and UAlbany just has absolutely no idea they're doing it right now.
Completely under the gun, just going to get in there. UAlbany coming in from the bottom right, Malphite coming in from the top. They're not going to get there in time as blue team takes the Baron. Completely uncontested.
Yeah, a great play coming out of JWU, just calling that Baron easy buff, no contest at all, as everyone on JWU is easily able to escape out of there with a Baron buff. So Baron buff, very kind of similar to the Rift Herald buff, gives you an empowered recall, so it's much shorter, but also gives passive buff to the minions around you, which increase their damage and make them a good bit tankier. So we should see them looking to push waves, as it's already happening top lane with the Volibear. Bot lane now, however, kind of shifting back towards their lane. Haven't been there since all these team fights have been breaking out and that Baron was able to spawn. But JWU just big tower and CS lead right now for most lanes. The only lane that's even close, or not lane, but jungle, both around 140 CS. So jungle, they're just looking for anything right now, UAlbany, to try to close this gap. Top lane kind of fighting once again, but just nothing really come out of it. Both poking down, kind of brawling. As Jemmy looks to get aggressive here, doing a good bit of damage. Cafu getting pretty low, but will retreat.
That Malphite back to tower.
Yeah, really like that play from Jemmy, forcing a ton of pressure top lane, as the mid lane is just gonna get pushed in and set.
Again!
Once again. I love that combo.
Rolling that around.
And that empowered cannon minion just gonna do tons of damage to that tower. Testimony, just the star of the show for JWU with those ults right now. 2, 1, and 8. Most assists in the game, and just feeding Fear of Elo on that Victor. And they're gonna take that second tier mid tower.
What do like seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute slaughter.
I do appreciate all the Robs in chat. Yo, shout out Rob. But yeah, I mean, 22 minutes now. UAlbany's just gotta play safe. They can't really go for anything at the moment with the Baron buff for JWU. Kind of just gotta wait that out and look for anything. But UAlbany maybe looking to take a fight here at Dragon. Dragon now spawning the 4th drag for JWU if they're able to claim it, and will get that Ocean Soul. Let's see. UAlbany looking to contest, playing it very slow, waiting for the Cassiopeia and Malphite to get there as they're going to go in. Leona leading the charge as the sun goes in, but completely missing A main. Both breaking out. A big dash for J4 and the combo ult from the Malphite, taking down one. The Volibear, the Kujo getting very low, following up. J4 will go down as well as the Leona to Callista. And I don't know how JWU is still in this. Testimony slamming in, gonna go down in response. As Good Ken gets very low, Callista might be able to finish this off, but actually, Malphite. And that's an ace.
That's an ace.
What an insane fight.
I mean, an absolute powerhouse in this game. I mean, wow.
He's 7 kills now, just so much damage coming out of that Victor. That was such a huge combo from UAlbany using that J4 ultimate to trap them all in the circle, as well as the Malphite to knock them all up. I mean, tons of damage came out of it, but it just didn't matter. JWU was still able to win the fight somehow.
That was what could have been the start of a turnaround. That was what could have been the start of them getting that dragon buff and making this game theirs. I don't even understand how JWU just turned that fight around completely in their favor and made an absolute slaughter. JWU proven to be in the driver's seat, proving their skill, proving that they're here to compete, and that they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so looking at the dragons, JWU is able to claim that 4th dragon and get the Ocean Dragon Soul. So with that Ocean Dragon Soul, it actually is able to
heal another 2.5% of your missing health every 5 seconds, bringing them up to 5% of your missing health every 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so with Ocean Dragon, so dealing damage to enemies heals for a certain amount that's based off just AD, AP, and bonus health, as well as restoring maximum or your mana over a duration of 4 seconds. So that's just another buff to keep JWU rolling in this game. Moving forward now, however, 17-7 kill differential, but it's just all in JWU's favor. 4 dragons, 3 or 4 towers compared to the 1 taken by UAlbany. It's just UAlbany's got to do something here to come back in this game at 25 minutes. So just looking at positioning right now, we do see Baron coming up in some few seconds. J4, UAlbany actually looking to position a little bit there as Testimony wants to take this red buff. Yock's trying to contest him, but not much Leona can do against that set. But he will go in and get that red buff onto his J4. I like that dive from Yox, not taking that jungle steal from Testimony.
Right, that was a good quick steal. I'd like to also point out this morning that Good Ken had only 1 death in the series that we played this morning, proving to be Good Ken, almost the undying. And JWU has just made that a joke. I mean, pushing him in the ground repeatedly. I mean, these are 2 really good teams. We're seeing incredible skill. UAlbany doing all that they can to turn this game around in their favor, and truly, they are putting in work. They are giving themselves a chance at any door that they can, as Yox stole that red buff that we saw. I mean, they are making good plays. They're not giving up, and that's really what's important. JWU, though, I think is really looking to close out this fight and make it theirs.
Yeah, I mean, the longer you let this UAlbany team scale with that team fight potential, the harder it is to win the game, as a fight is now breaking out top. Testimony getting caught out as the teleport comes in from the Malphite. They're looking to take it right now. J4 hopping onto the Calista, but will pull him back out. Main get a retreat to safety, but Leona once again diving in on him, getting super low, and will go down. It's just 2 now for JWU, 3 actually with Fear of Below joining the fight, as they will trade back that kill onto Leona, but this fight isn't over. Makujo getting so low, but it's not going to be able to get finished off. Actually, it will. Good Ken helping out. Testimony back in the fight, doing a lot of damage as J4 does go down to Fear of Below, but Testimony traded in return. The slam coming in from Kafu. Good Ken still in the fight, looking for anything. 2v1 now, and it's just not.
And there it is, nice. Oh my gosh.
It's just not going to happen.
The only 2 standing being Jemmy and Fear of Low on JWU. I mean, how do they turn around those fights? I mean, it blows my mind. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's just insane. I mean, I really love this play from Fear of Low right now. Constantly playing it very safe, not getting caught out by that Malphite or J4 ult. Unfortunately, Main did go down very low, and Yock's looking to contest, and it's just the ace comes back in with another kill onto Leona. They might not get this tower, though, as J4 is coming back, but that damage from Victor will finish it off. The first inhib tower going down. But yeah, like you were saying, it's crazy. These UAlbany's picking out these easy kills. Main probably one of the most fed on the JWU team, but he goes down so early in the fight, and they're still able to win the fight. insane as another Baron is looking to be taken. JWU trying to finish it off before they're able to contest. Reaper possibly looking to dive in, but he is just getting burned down and he's dead. No contest at all, and JWU just secures it. It's insane. JWU.
So now, what's the buff that they get from killing that Baron once again? Is it the recall buff?
Yeah, so they get a recall buff as well as a buff to their minions around them that just increase their damage and tankiness. So just once again, 2 Barons now for JWU. They've had complete control of that top lane objective with 2 Rift Heralds and 2 Barons. However, we are 30 minutes into the match, and I'm still surprised JWU just hasn't taken it yet. They're going in on the Kalista aiming. Gonna be forced to flash. Good flash from him on the Kalista to keep himself alive. As
JWU really taking their time and playing carefully. They're playing a very defensive game, and well, obviously they are also playing a very offensive game. But obviously, like you said, they just haven't gone for it. They really haven't just taken it, and I think that they need to be careful because there's a lot of late game potential on UAlbany's side.
Yeah, that Cassiopeia, if she keeps getting fed, 6-6 right now. Remember, early in the game she was 0-4, and now she's just completely back into it. Still doing a lot of damage to the enemy team, and if JWU isn't able to shut her down, or this Senna, it might start a turn towards UAlbany. And once again, we do see the Elder Drake spawning. Both teams looking for some control around it. I don't know if either...
I think we're about to see a really intense team fight.
Yeah. I'm not sure what...
Everybody's setting up over by the Elder Dragon. Somebody looking for somebody to act first, and then absolute chaos breaks out as Yak steps in. And here it is.
Dive in. Here it goes. Onto the Nautilus and set, but those are not the ones you want to dive. Reaper going to be forced to stopwatch as JWU just rolling the fight right now. 2 down for UAlbany as they look to kill A-Main, and Testimony slamming in the Cassiopeia, and that's it. That's going to be the game. And a complete wipe from JWU aside from the J4 as the entirety of JWU get a barrel on towards the mid lane and look to end this game out. I mean, timers, the next closest one is Leona on 24. J4 is not going to be able to hold this alone.
So they rush out after that team fight. They rushed out to just end the game rather than staying and fighting that Elder Dragon because they knew that they didn't need that boost.
Yeah, and that's it. That's 1-0 JWU right there. An easy first win. I mean, just taking that early lead from UAlbany with these early picks on the Cassiopeia as well as the bot lane. It was just an absolute roll for JWU.
Truly a roll, an absolute slaughter. I mean, it was awesome to see repeatedly, though.
Yeah,
that's going to be one for JWU. If I'm not mistaken, we need one more win from JWU for them to end this series and then go into nationals.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if UAlbany wins and then wins again, we're going to be having another series immediately following because they're coming from the losers bracket. They're going to have to win twice tonight if they want to go into the National League. So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at damage charts from the end of the game, Victor ahead of everyone by an insane amount, 32,000 damage, total damage dealt to champions, compared to the next closest on the Cassiopeia, who only had 19,000. It's Fear of LO, just the constant damage from that Victor. It was insane. It's also looking at it, just the Cassiopeia did have a great game, trying to just keep her team in it, but it's all for naught, as that's it. 1-0 JWU.
It is 1-0 JWU at the moment.
So yeah,
anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. I think are we cutting to a break or are we hanging in?
I think we might be just waiting on the next match. So I think we're going to go to a break now.
Alrighty.
So yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be back soon. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game 2 of the series tonight. Here on ECAC Esports. Game 1 went to JWU tonight up against UAlbany, and we're looking for another fair and balanced game. Once again, I am Jag08, joined by Potates.
What's up, guys?
Well, what are you expecting, Potates, from this next game?
I mean, JWU just rolled that completely. It was from start to finish. It was just from that first invade to that last team fight by Elder Dragon. It was all in favor of JWU. But I do believe UAlbany isn't going to take it sitting. They're going to, or take it lying down. Excuse me. I think they're going to try to come back here and look for something strong. Maybe try to get that Cassiopeia was a huge powerhouse for them, but that bot lane just wasn't able to keep up with the Callista. So we might see something change for their bot lane, but I do like the J4 and Malphite pick, so might be one of staying on that if JWU doesn't ban it. Right. I do believe we're getting in soon.
Okay, terrific. All we need to see, to really throw JWU off, I think could be some good bans coming from UAlbany, and we're about to see them now, I do believe.
Yeah, so UAlbany is actually going to have the first pick and first ban. JWU had it last time, so let's see how UAlbany responds. Possibly getting Fear of LO off that Victor, but then once again targeting Jemmy with that Poppy pick or Poppy ban. But I do kind of want to see JWU possibly shutting down that Cassiopeia, maybe shutting down once again that Mordekaiser, Volibear, or I do like the Malphite pick, but I could see them straying from it a little bit as Mordekaiser is able to use his ult in a little bit different, but as effective way, and will actually target J4, Jarvan 4 from Reaper's last game.
Right, clearly didn't like playing against it. Doesn't want to see it again, and really go after Jemmy here.
They just want to shut down that set. Cassiopeia was tired of getting dove under her tower with that ultimate, and they're going to just ban it away. But a quick response from JWU with the Warwick. Kind of targeting jungles right now. Not surprised, as Reaper did have a big effect on the game. Was able to roam pretty well. And Nidalee, the last ban for UAlbany, and Urgot, another quick response. And we're in pick phase. Kafu with the first pick of the second game tonight. Let's see. They're going to just pick that Lucian straight up, probably.
That might be that early Lucian pick. There was some good Lucian plays this morning from UAlbany.
Yeah, I really like that Lucian pick. They lacked a little bit of AD damage, having that big tanky top lane, but the response with the Lucian is pretty exciting to see. However, Jemmy picking the Irelia. I really like that pick. Haven't seen Jemmy on Irelia before that much. And Testimony also going with the Graves, or hovering it for now. Might be switching it up here. So far, see a lot different team comp from both teams if what is expected is correct. I mean, Lucian possibly top, maybe mid for good Ken.
He's going to lock in Graves as we see what Reaper picks.
Yeah, I mean, Irelia just not something we see a lot in ECAC. Irelia top lane. I know one of our fellow audience members, Robe, is a big fan of Irelia, but just high damage, high dive character. If she gets fed, she rolls. So
Reaper with that Lilia, another one that was picked this morning when they absolutely were rolling and put themselves in the driver's seat. So we might see a better matchup this game than we did before.
Yeah, just I do like the Lilia pick. A huge ult potential. Like mentioned before, just her ult basically, her abilities mark the enemy, and her ult is able to activate that mark and put them to sleep after a short delay. And they can't do anything. It's just super effective. It's gonna be a fight changer.
So far with the Lucian, the Lilia, and the Gangplank, we have 3 heroes on the UAlbany side that were banned the last match. So clearly what people didn't want to see in the game might be what turns this game around.
Yeah, I mean, we're going into the second ban phase, and JWU really just targeting jungle and top, and actually banning the Wukong. Unsure if we see this Lucian. I believe we're going to see this Lucian mid and the Gangplank top. So I do want to see UAlbany possibly pick a pretty tanky tanky jungler here, or excuse me, support. For Yox. So far, a lot of damage from the top 3, but they do need someone tanky to frontline for them. As the Samira ban comes out, interesting. Getting A main off that Samira is pretty good. Samira, once again, one of the highest damage, most impactful ults. Similar to Reaper's ult if you play Overwatch, just a big damage around her that constantly just kills everyone in sight if she's able to use it effectively.
And something beautiful mentioned from chat, by the way, is JWU's bans at the moment spelled JWU with Jarvan, Warwick, Urgot, Wukong, and Udyr. So we've got JWU.
Oh, excellent bans.
A little bit confident, if I do say so.
I love the confidence. I mean,
why did they ban Udyr? Well, I think we know why.
We love seeing the JWU coming out. So, final ban for UAlbany gonna be Lulu. Lulu, known usually as a support, but has seen a lot of play top and mid lane recently. And we're going into the pick phase now. Once again, A main just straight up going for the Senna. Already having a lot of damage from that Irelia Graves and Rise, so possibly looking for a little more utility coming out of the Senna, especially with that ultimate, big shields and big damage in the center. Rune, gonna respond with the Ashe, so I do like that Ashe pick, a pretty safe pick bot lane to just poke out and farm and play it very slow. I think they're gonna possibly play a much slower game compared to last time. In the early game.
And we're getting a lot of big JWU vibes right now in chat. That's what we love to see.
Yeah, gotta add to it, of course. So looking just now, we do see the Leona pick actually coming out, and Makujo hovering that Aatrox. Oh no, they might pick it. If you're unsure, A main actually used to be a pretty hard one-trick Aatrox, and I think they might pick it. Very excited, and they do, locking it in. So with this team comp, I do believe we're going to see the Senna go to support, actually. Yep. So Jemmy going to play Rise top, with Testimony playing the Graves jungle, Fear of Low going for the Irelia mid, A-main getting on the Aatrox ADC and sent up for the support for Makujo. However, UAlbany running the Leona once again on the support for Yox, Ashe for Rune TMC in the bot lane, Good Ken on the Lucian in mid, high potential there as he was able to dominate the 2 p.m. match against Sacred Heart University. Lilia rounding it out with the jungle as well as Gangplank in the top lane on Cafu. So we will have another 3-minute delay. I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll get back to you once that delay is over and we're in the game.
Terrific. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for a good match. Welcome back to ECAC Esports. Once again, my name is JWU and I'm joined by Potates.
What's up, guys?
And it looks like we've got a interesting match ahead of us with UAlbany playing a lot of their characters that they are comfortable with from this morning that they've played with before. And on the other side, JWU picking, from what I understand, some uncomfortable picks for them, or some different picks for them, and or at least some picks of the past. Right? You said that A main is going to be playing an old main of theirs, correct?
Yeah. So Aatrox coming out for A main. I do really like that pick. Aatrox, not a conventional bot laner, but let's see how JWU is able to utilize it.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued. I mean, JWU's confidence, obviously, in the ban phase, spelling JWU with those bans. I mean, you can't emphasize enough how terrific that is and how awesome it is to see JWU rolling out as we begin the game.
Yeah, so just looking at it, JWU not really looking to invade here. They do catch out the possible top lane invade with Jemmy kind of holding that top bush, tri-bush, on the rise, but just probably not going to see anything early like we did last game. But yeah, just talking about just the team fight, interesting. I do kind of like both teams. I mean, UAlbany picking a much more conventional team with that Lilia jungle and the Lucian mid to just kind of carry. Once again, probably looking to carry through mid lane as the Ashe, more utility for the team, as well as the Gangplank possibly getting fed early. But JWU swapping up a bit with the mid and top. Rai's going to be the AP carry right now for JWU, as well as Fear of Low going to the Irelia. So just an interesting change-up for both teams. UAlbany getting to go on their comfort picks, and JWU just trying something new. So looking at jungles, we do see once again both jungles splitting each side. So Graves will be starting in the top lane at his red buff, as well as Lilia starting by the red buff bot lane. Might see some early ganks from Lilia, but probably just waiting to get her ult and get a lot out of that, as this bot lane, interesting to watch, as AA main might have a little trouble farming due to this Ashe and Leona poke. And if he gets caught out by that Leona, they can melt him pretty fast. But Makujo hopefully looking to maybe help him out here. Just keep the poke up onto the Ashe and keep him healed up. Top lane, an interesting duel also, as we see Rise and Gangplank kind of going at it. Gangplank, very good CSing, looking to build up his Silver Serpents. Basically how Gangplank works is he has a somewhat of a passive where his Q, his gunshot, basically gives him 3 Silver Serpents, which can be used in the shop to upgrade his ultimate, which is a big cannon barrage. You can also get Silver Serpents from shooting his E, one of his barrel, as you just see him use right there, and kill minions that way. So let's see how well this Gangplank is able to build up, as Good Ken, an early lead mid, already a level up, as he's able to poke Fear of Low under tower, as he's just looking to farm it up, and the stun is going to miss, but not going to matter too much. Leona getting very low bot lane, as well as Aatrox. Ashe is able to kind of stay around, but will get poked off by Makujo. Both Jemmy and Gangplank, good wave clear with their ability combos, and we'll just see which lane is able to get ahead early, as Testimony moving towards this bot lane jungle. They're going in fast. A main looking to push forward. Testimony 1 level difference compared to the enemy bot lane, as he's going to E and flash or Q forward. Leona looking to get out, and she will, with a great escape from her route there.
JWU knowing when to back up there. Obviously the fight didn't work out. They knew it was time to turn around.
Another fight mid, as Fear of Low trying to finish off Good Ken, forces Barry, however, as Reaper going to come in, and that's the first blood.
It's going to be the first blood there for UAlbany. UAlbany putting things in their favor early on. That's what we like to say.
Yeah, just after that great escape bot lane from the Leona, and great help from Lilia in the jungle. That's just an easy pick for Ken right there, as Good Ken, as he's able to get 1-0 on the Lucian and put Fear of Low behind just a little bit. Anything helps against someone as carry heavy as his mid lane. So Testimony now actually brawling with Reaper, both trading, but it looks like both are going to just walk away from this fight. A main getting a little aggressive off that route, but not going to commit too hard there. Getting close to Dragon now. We will see Dragon in about 20 seconds. Ocean Drake actually going to be the first to spawn. So let's see if Testimony is or Reaper 789 is able to make use of that. But another fight breaking out. Bot A main getting very low, rooting. He's flashing ahead, almost going to get the kill, but Rune just finishes him off.
That's 2 kills for UAlbany and 1,000 gold lead immediately in that first 5 minutes. This Dragon fight is going to be really, really important, I think, for maintaining the balance of this game. JWU is going to have to get it if they want it.
Yeah, I mean, another fight bringing out mid, and Good Ken just has all the potential there. As he's going to flash forward, forcing the Irelia flash, but no kill. As Testimony once again.
Going for Reaper there.
Flashing ahead, the phase rush maybe going to finish it off. The red buff? No.
Reaper with the most minute bit of health getting out of there by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, just barely. But that does mean JWU is able to take a little bit of Dragon control, but not pressure it yet, as Lilia will look to reset and come back fast. Once again, we do see another top lane where it's just trading back pokes and farming as much as they can, both staying very even as farm. As both are about to reach 40. As another kill.
Another pick there on Fear of Low.
Oh my god, it's
that Lucian is not to be messed with. I think that JWU is learning that they might have bitten off more than they could chew. They banned that Lucian that first game. They knew that they had to do it. And UAlbany played a strong game with it this morning.
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 already, 150 gold bounty going on to them. It's just, the Lucian is just too strong right now. Early game feeding is just not going to work for JWU, as the 3-0 kill differential is already present, and it looks like they're going to be able, or UAlbany is going to take this Dragon with absolutely no contest.
And there it is.
Yeah, great pick.
From ahead on Dragon buffs as well as gold and kills. UAlbany leading in this game.
Yeah, I definitely really like the approach UAlbany is taking. I mean, last game, they were going to try to carry through that Cassiopeia, but JWU was just too fed to that point. But now, Lucian 2-0, as well as Ashe getting 1 kill. It's just all UAlbany's favor right now, as they have the Dragon control as well as the kill control, or gold control as well. Kafu getting a little aggressive top as Firavello looks for the gank, get a pressure in with the ultimate. He's going to flash out. Testimony coming to the rescue. And that's going to be the first kill for JWU onto Kafu. Finally getting their first kill on the board. And another fight bringing out bot, getting very low. And they might just walk it out. Yeah, just seeing that top lane, though, it's a great pick from JWU. They need to get Firavello and Testimony into this game. And that assist onto Firavello, as well as the kill onto Graves, is going to put them just ever closer back to UAlbany. Looking now, we also see the Rift Herald coming up very soon. Should be spawning soon. Testimony actually invading a bit by the jungle. Seeing that blue buff may spawn for UAlbany soon. He might look to take it, but he actually will just go on to Rift Herald. As Fear Below is going to get slept very low. 1 ult, and that's going to kill it. Reaper getting the kill onto Fear of LO. And it's just Lucian and Lilia right now. That they're working together, and they're working together well.
Yeah, Reaper as that Lilia also proved to be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, JWU really might have bitten off more than they can chew with the bans that they picked. UAlbany with a 3-kill lead and 2,000 gold lead. I think we're waiting on that next Dragon really to really change up the momentum of this game. I feel like those Dragon buffs and the gold that brings can really change the flow of the game if you're able to get it, or a few good kills.
Yeah, and this dive coming in bot lane, Kafu getting so low, and Jemmy's gonna finish off the kill with the help of his top laner. And Testimony just barely escaping with that blast plant. And that Rift Herald's gonna start doing damage to the top lane tower, actually getting 2 plates. Almost 3, but not enough, as AA main looking to go in with his ult. very low, and he's just going to fall down to that damage from the Ashe. Leona, some great CC. Makujo also getting very low, but will survive due to the Ashe being forced to back out as Fiorillo roams down. The root going onto the Leona, no mana, but Fiorillo just going to miss that stun. And UAlbany getting by with another kill. 5-2 looking at the kill differential now, and about a 1.5, 1.6k gold lead for UAlbany. They're just taking control early like JWU did before them last game. Dragon, unsure when that's going to be coming back up, but should be soon. But I do like how UAlbany's playing right now. Just excellent on that Lucian and Lilia, as well as the bot lane pressure. Another fight, or more poke just bringing out top, as both are going to try to keep CSing, but try to prevent as much as they can. Still almost completely even in CS. Gangplank at 61, Rise at 62. It's just a even matchup there. As Fiorillo going aggressive onto this Lucian, gonna miss the stun, and it's just too much. Good Ken is just too fed at the point. Fiorillo can't take these duels. But Testimony, however, will try to look to take this Scuttler, but Reaper with a nice smite to take it away. And the engage goes in onto Good Ken. Fiorillo getting very low as the shield comes in. Jemmy rooting, keeping his mid laner alive, and they will get the kill. Finally shutting down that Lucian.
Finally, indeed. I mean, we've seen it all throughout this game, though, thus far.
Yeah, and another fight bringing out as Testimony getting super low and will go down to the Leona. However, A-Main will trade back that kill
for Yak.
Or, excuse me, Gangplank is back actually. So yeah, Gangplank did just teleport in to kind of secure the escape of his Lilia, but Rise now just with some free farm top, as we might see Lucian just kind of hang around mid for a bit, see what he can do. Dragon spawning very soon, and Gangplank's just gonna look to reset now. Here comes in the Dragon, Cloud Drake this time, about 4.5k health. Let's see which team is gonna try to take this buff. As Fiorillo fighting mid, the stun gonna go in. Good Ken getting very low, as the ult also comes in a little bit late as Testimony dives in.
Tried to chase Fiorillo. Testimony was not having it, dove in to save his teammate there mid.
Yeah, just some great peel from Testimony. Great fight for him, Fiorillo. Although he is behind so far right now on the Lucian, they are evening that gap a little bit, as Lucian has gone from 2-0 to 2-2. Makujo getting very low from this chase from Reaper, but they're just going to walk back to their tower.
Indeed, and it looks like both teams are considering going for this Cloud Dragon right now.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Lilia very cut out right now. The whole JWU team going to collapse onto her, but she won't go down without killing an A-Main there. And Yox,
Yox doing what he can to get away from the entire JWU team there.
Yeah, and at this point, Lilia down, no smite for UAlbany. JWU's just gonna have an easy time taking this Dragon, evening this Dragon 1-1 now.
UAlbany might be looking to steal at the last second here, and they don't.
Yeah, just great smite from Testimony, finishing it off and securing the Dragon.
Now that Cloud Dragon, I do believe, is going to give them ultimate cooldown reduction.
Yeah, so very good for the Irelia, very good for pretty much everyone on the team. It's just super helpful in the end, as we actually see the Aatrox move up top lane to fight this Gangplank. Aatrox going back to the lane he's known for and trying to get back into this game, as he is down a good bit on the Ashe, who has yet to die this game. However, he does have a big CS lead compared with the 96 he has compared to the Ashe's 85. So let's see if he can widen that gap a little bit more. But just looking at it, 13 minutes, 30 seconds into the game, JWU has closed this gap pretty well. I mean, gold lead is now down to just under 1k. Dragon lead is Dragon is tied 1-1. And one tower has not yet been taken. Lilia also going to be able to secure this Rift Scuttler, and Fiorillo getting a little bit hard pressured from the enemy support on UAlbany. Leona just looking to help Good Ken, make sure he's able to keep this lead, as he's been targeted a good bit by Testimony here. aiming, going in, knowing his Leona's not there, but he's going to be forced to back off as his team gets the info onto the Lilia, but will force the cleanse in the end with that Ashe arrow. Both teams looking to possibly fight for this blue buff, as they don't want to. Fear Below doesn't want to really give this up, but will be forced to. Lilia gonna get rooted. They might look to go in, and Fear Below ults in. Will finish off Reaper very fast, and Yox will go down as well. That's just a clean wipe, or a clean 2 kills for JWU.
Yeah, as JWU turns this game around and puts themselves in the lead, 7-8, 1 kill ahead, and about 1,000 gold. I mean, you'll have to see a quick turnaround. That was really impressive. It was looking like UAlbany had a firm lead, and JWU might have bitten off more than they could chew. JWU proving that, again, they aren't here to play, they're here to win.
Yeah, so, I mean, I love the way JWU has taken this. They saw that Lucian get fed early, and they just targeted him and tried to get their mid laner Fear Below back into the game, and did so very well. I mean, Testimony coming to Fear Below's rescue multiple times on that Graves, and actually, we might want to look out for this Graves in this game right now, as he is 2-1-5 actually, surprisingly. Just waiting now. Actually, the Rift Herald will go down.
Testimony slaying Testimony slaying Brune. Oh my gosh, an absolute slaughter. I didn't even.
Yeah, that's just
with
nice
4 quick kills there.
Yeah, that's crazy. JWU now firmly in the driver's seat, as they're going to look to take this first tower, and even the second tower with this Rift Herald should be an easy cleanup. The only one defending is Leona. Lucian looking to recall, and they might be even pushed for an hip tower right now. 16 minutes this early to get this much damage onto the inhibitor tower is really good for JWU, as they have secured themselves a nice 4K gold lead after that Rift Herald fight. Just looking at scores, Jemmy 4-0 with a 400 gold bounty. It's just unfair right now, as he just does so much damage on that Rise, backing up his team constantly. However, the star of the show, Testimony, 4-1-7, 4 kills, 7 assists, constantly helping out his mid lane, getting Fear Below back into the game, as well as pushing his Rise even further ahead any chance he gets. Looking at Dragon now, we do see it spawning very soon, under a minute left on its spawn. Makujo kind of just holding off the mid lane push. This Testimony gonna have a quick reset and then hope to contest Drag. Fear Below looking for something, but good Ken. Great escape. But the fight is not over. Oh my god, Fear Below doing so much damage. Ult coming in, he's just barely dodging it. And a great escape from good Ken. I thought it was over after that ult combo from Irelia. And this actually might force an easy drag for JWU. Lucian forced to reset a lot earlier than he wanted to. And JWU's just going to kind of push into their jungle, clear out some vision, and hopefully take down this drag with Testimony and Makujo.
Is this the Mountain Dragon again that we're seeing here spawning?
Yes, so this is Mountain Drakes, which gives Arbor and Magic Resist, actually. We also do see Fear Below taking the spot lane tower. No contest from the Lucian. Lilia looking for maybe a steal, but she's just not going to be able to do it, as the tower will go down. Some easy gold, an easy buff, and some easy souls for Makujo on that Senna.
Red team able to slay the dragon while the rest of the team is off destroying a blue turret.
Yeah, actually the top tower as well as the bot tower going down for UAlbany. A great split from JWU there, as they were able to take pretty much just entire map control, take the dragon, easy towers, and just widen that gold lead up to 4.5k now. So just moving forward, UAlbany is definitely not out of this game yet. They still have that Lucian who's pretty fed right now. A big CS on him, almost 150, as well as 2 kills. Looking like he's working on his Bloodthirster right now for some lifesteal to try to survive this Irelia damage. But I mean, Jemmy on the Rise and Testimony on that Graves, it's just too much right now for UAlbany to handle.
So let's talk real briefly about levels. We're seeing Makujo and Yax falling quite low behind the rest of their team on levels. Is that something that you typically see? Is that are they the support characters?
Yeah, so both are support characters, and basically what that means is in high level play like this, they're going to be roaming a lot more, like we've seen the Leona and the Senna do. And actually, we're seeing a bot lane fight break out. Rise getting super low, flashing out, but he's just nowhere to go. And that's an easy kill. A great shutdown for UAlbany, catching him by surprise and an easy
Finally
kill.
getting rid of Jemmy.
Yeah, I mean,
and claiming that bounty, right?
Yeah, perfect. 450 gold bounty claim. And Fear of Alo actually get a dive in on this Lucian and finally get that kill he's been working for. Fear of Alo back in this game and just looking to be the full potential that Irelia can muster. But like I was saying, so levels, Makujo and Yax do a lot of roaming, and where most of their levels come from is the CS XP share that they get from laning with their bot laner. So due to this amount of roam, they're going to fall a little bit behind on levels, but due to just the utility they provide and not really focusing on the damage, it's okay for them to fall a little bit behind.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and also, like mentioned, the Dragons actually, Mountain Drake for JWU, as they're able to claim that third dragon, 2-1 dragon lead for them now. And actually, Dragon Soul is going to be Mountain, and if you look around the map, just a couple more terrain are spawned throughout the jungle, changing up the landscape a little bit of the map. But with Dragon Soul, it's very good for both teams. Unlike Ocean Soul, it's a little bit different how it works. Ocean Soul, like I mentioned, gives healing off their damage they're able to do. So just looking at Dragon Soul, it actually gives a shield after not taking damage for a certain amount of seconds, I believe 5. So they might be looking to take that, as they need to tank this big damage from Lilia Lucian and Gangplank. 22 minutes about into the game now. Gold lead has closed a little bit. UAlbany now bringing it back to about only a 2k gold lead for JWU. 13 kills to 10 in favor of JWU as well, but UAlbany is certainly not out of this, as we see them get picks like the one onto Jemmy in bot lane. And just looking now, Baron is actually up, so we might see JWU. Last game, they did go for a very early Baron immediately as it spawned at 20 minutes due to their big lead they had, but not going to do it this time, as the blue team, or UAlbany, has a lot closer than they were last time.
Right, we're seeing Testimony going alone against this Baron right now.
Just kind of clearing out
early damage.
Yeah, just clearing out vision a little bit, making sure that UAlbany doesn't know what's going on up there. But Ash will arrow and gets a little bit of vision onto Testimony, seeing where he is. And UAlbany just kind of playing towards the dragon. Another dragon coming up very soon. Less than 1 minute till it spawns. And JWU looking to move towards it. Jimmy and Leona just coming in sights of each other. Both are going to walk away very fast. Dragon finally spawning in, and a engage from Leona goes in. Testimony getting very low and shut down by the Lucian aim, and however diving way far into the backline. He's going to fall as well. Lilia going down for UAlbany though, and that's just a great fight for UAlbany, and they have good potential to possibly control this right now. Both junglers dead, no smite for either team, and JWU just looking to retreat, looking for possibly
UAlbany going for that mountain drag.
Yeah, I mean, JWU 3, it's 4-3 in favor of UAlbany, and the dive will go in onto the Irelia. A good stun 3 as
JWU jumping into the back line there.
Getting ball, however, as Jemmy will get a kill onto Gangplank in response. But UAlbany now 3-1, and they're diving back in once again. Good Ken doing a lot of damage onto Jemmy. Leona keeping it at bay, and that's just a nice wipe. And that's an easy drag for UAlbany.
As UAlbany brings it back, almost completely tying up the game 15-15 with barely a gold lead anymore at around 500 gold.
Yeah, I mean, great fight from UAlbany. They got that early pick onto Testimony, as well as Aiming going a little too deep, being killed very early by the Ashe. But that's just how they needed to play that. And a stun coming in from the Ashe. Perfect ultimate arrow to save his Leona from the Graves dive. But just, UAlbany is playing exactly how they need to right now. Just waiting for JWU to make a wrong move, and they did there, as that kill onto Testimony really shut down a lot of their team fight and brought them back into this game a lot. 2-2 Dragon tie now. And let's see how UAlbany is able to utilize the Mountain Drake buff. 25 minutes now, moving forward with the game. Just one thing to note is actually, although the gold is very similar, JWU has 4 towers taken compared to UAlbany's 1 tower we do see in top lane. Mid tower is yet to fall for JWU, as it's just holding on with just a little bit of health that was saved by Fear of Olo, keeping his mid lane under control, as well as Testimony helping him out there. A little bit of poke going on mid lane, as the Ashe is just looking to farm. Actually, the Ashe most farm in the game right now, about to hit 200, but Testimony also at 194. So Ashe definitely still in this game. Haven't seen much from Rooney, but he is playing it very well. But yeah, I mean, Ashe 4-1-3 has died only once. A lot can come out from his passive. Basically, how Ashe's passive works is instead of doing extra damage on crit, she does her abilities and auto attack slow for about 20%, and the crits do 40%. And anyone affected by those slows take 110% or about 10% more damage. So we'll see how the Ashe is able to utilize that, as JWU just looking for this tower top. But a fight will be coming out here. Fear of Olo caught out, but Testimony diving in onto the enemy team. Ashe gonna go down, shutting him down. Reaper getting very low, but Aiming will get slept and go down to the Lucian, or excuse me, Reaper. Jemmy fighting a 2v1 right now against the Leona. Gangplank flashing out, but will be followed by the Leona and will go down. Kafu getting a kill onto Jemmy, but JWU not done with this fight yet, as they still look to push this top tower. Fear of Olo kind of staying around, looking for something to do right now, but Kafu and Yox just gonna kind of hold down the tower, as Reaper is kind of escaping back into his jungle. Reaper got very low there. Interesting fight coming in from UAlbany. A great fight for them, killing off Jemmy, Aiming, Fear of Olo, and Testimony. Wow.
Yeah, I believe it was Aiming that went down to Reaper there, as I thought Reaper was running away. I think we both did. I think the Reaper was the one that went down there at the last second. But it seemed like he picked Aiming at that last possible moment with that very little bit of health that he had, turned around and got him as he was running away.
Yeah, I mean, that I really, it was a good engage from JWU getting that Ashe very early, but I mean, Ashe is just one of the ADCs they have, especially with that Lucian mid, who has now reached his IE as well as his Essence Reaver, and that's just so much damage coming out of that Lucian. But a good fight for UAlbany, now taking a 1-kill lead, but still behind a little bit on the gold, about 1,000 down. So let's see how they respond to that, especially with Dragon coming up very soon.
Right, yeah, we're seeing a lot of grouping going on toward this mid left, and it's looking like we might see a team fight here in a moment.
Yeah, the Ashe and Lilia just poking a little bit right now, but Testimony looking to get some wards out near bot lane, trying to secure this Dragon positioning, but Reaper gonna walk in and try to push him out a little bit. And Yox using his Seeker to try to clear out the wards, but will only find one with that control ward near the red buff bush. Kafu and Fear of Olo, the only two who aren't grouped with their teams right now, as both are kind of positioned towards top lane. Fear of Olo looking for maybe a little clear, but will decide against it, as he's going to group with his Aatrox. And the stun will come onto AA main, and they're just going to get chased down. And a good flash coming in from AA main to escape just for now, but he will get chased by Kafu. But that's going to be an easy drag for Testimony.
Yeah, as they get it out from under the noses of UAlbany. JWU Live getting that extra armor, magic resistance.
Yeah,
that second mountain dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. I mean, AA main just easy escape for him, and UAlbany gave up complete positioning on the drag, and JWU took that and just said thank you very much, and easy 3 dragons now for them, taking a one dragon lead over that and setting up for Drakesoul.
Yeah, we see an interesting setup here. I mean, it still is anyone's game, as UAlbany leading in kills, JWU leading in gold and towers, but like I said, anybody's game. UAlbany putting up a good fight. We've seen a really even match this far. Not like last game where we saw steamrolls, not this morning where we saw steamrolls. Both teams proving that they can steamroll, proving that they are in the fight.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the good kill on the Rift Scuttler from Reaper to be able to get that vision onto Baron. Baron has been alive for a while now, actually, as no one's really elected to take it. More looking for team fights and dragon control over in the Baron buff. JWU probably going to be looking to possibly just play it very slow until the next dragon. So I kind of want to see JWU maybe even just kind of baiting UAlbany into taking this Baron and then taking the dragon in response. The Dragon Soul probably way more effective than what they have, and looking to maybe take a bit of a fight here on Baron. JWU positioning very well, getting some vision down. However, that Rift Scuttler will persist for now. Reaper finally had to clear up that ward. Once again, we do see, or surprisingly, we see a 1-3-1 split from JWU right now. A main backing up, however. Both Rise and Irelia kind of pushing side lanes, but now Irelia will position towards Dragon a bit. And let's see what Jemmy is able to do down bot. I mean, that gangplank clear is just too much for Jemmy to get even any damage onto that tower. A very slow game right now. 32 minutes in, 2k gold lead about for JWU as Testimony and Jemmy diving onto Kafu, getting very low. Testimony gonna just barely get healed and will finish off Kafu in the bot lane. However, another fight bringing out mid. Fearvelo getting very low and will go down to the Lilia. 2 gonna get slept for JWU, and they're gonna take the advantage of that and just dive straight in. Makujo gonna go down as well as aiming, getting chased. Probably not gonna be able to escape here as Reaper is flashing after him. But that Sterix gauge keeping him tanky as Testimony finally decides to join the fight and will chase down Rune TMC. And Rise, maybe, or Jemmy gonna go down actually as well. Both teams just brawling it out, trading kills. Only one left for JWU. Testimony so low, and that's just an ace.
For UAlbany. UAlbany walking away with 5 kills there.
That's just
Lucian and Lily.
Yeah, and Lucian and Lilia, like, from fight start to fight end, doing so much damage, so much utility from that Lilia sleep. And that's just an easy Baron. Absolutely no contest from JWU as Makujo is the only one up.
A great job from UAlbany, taking that fight, winning it, and then seizing the opportunity to get this Baron and give themselves that extra buff that they need.
Yeah, and it's just gonna get killed right there. Baron buff goes to UAlbany,
as they're now leading in kills and gold.
Yeah.
JWU, again, might be a little nervous after seeing that display from UAlbany.
Yeah, UAlbany's not done with it. They know they can win this match. They had that early lead, lost it a good bit as JWU was able to group pretty well, but now stretching it back out a little bit more. 61.1 gold compared to JWU's 59.5. However, we do also got to understand Dragon is up in less than 1 minute, and JWU wants this soul. Reaper, however, will finish off the Rift Scuttler, as they are going to have that permanent, or not permanent, but temporary vision that's unable to be removed for now. And as we see by JWU's positioning, they do motion a bit towards Dragon as Fearvelo gets caught out, but the stun goes in, diving hard onto Reaper 789, but will get help from Yox and Rune TMC to keep him alive. And Jemmy actually going on to Lucian so low. Lucian comes out and he's going to flash away. But the entire JWU team, pretty much 3, are chasing him down. And that's a kill. Stun going to hit Rise, but it's too late to matter. As 1 going to go down for UAlbany.
UAlbany seeing that fight, coming in from behind, looking to capitalize on any of the damage that Good Ken did. And that stun, it's looking like Rise got away just in time. As there's another Mountain Dragon the blue team might seize the opportunity to get.
Yeah, I mean, UAlbany understanding that their mid laner's down, but however, we'll be able to take this top inhibitor as JWU elects to just focus on the drag right now, but still have not yet to take it as they are
completely distracted.
Yeah, I mean,
destroys a red inhibitor.
And here we go in. JWU finally diving in, get a kill off Rune very fast. Fear of Below, however, Cafu is finally back teleporting in, helping out his team. Reaper very low. Testimony gonna look to finish him off. Gangplank now with a double kill. Yox and Cafu both trying to chase down Testimony, but Rise will teleport in response to try to save him. A lot of damage coming out of Jemmy as Cafu gets very low and will get finished off by Testimony. JWU coming out of that fight victorious as they are gonna maybe look for Dragon.
Right, getting another Mountain Dragon here is going to give them even more defense and magic resistance.
Yeah, Good Ken actually looking to maybe contest a little bit, but Testimony Smite should secure it, and that is Dragon Soul for JWU.
That being said, it's really anyone's game. I mean, the fact that an inhibitor has been taken out at this point where we thought we were really evenly matched, and we might not be now. There's a bit of an imbalance of power.
Yeah, I mean, JWU with that Drag Soul definitely going to be a big help. Like mentioned before, the Drag Soul gives about 200, 300 health shield to every member of the JWU team after not taking damage for 5 seconds. So that's very big for tanking that Lucian damage, but will it be enough compared to what they bring to the table with the Gangplank, Ashe, and Lilia as well?
We're seeing super minions now, right? Or no?
Yeah, so basically once the inhibitor is taken, super minions start spawning, which are very strong, very tanky minions compared to the other ones who just dominate down lane. And that's going to be a problem that JWU constantly has to deal with. So let's see how UAlbany uses that to get a little bit better map positioning.
Right, yeah, that puts UAlbany at a really strong offensive stance to be able to have that defensive background with those super minions. While JWU's probably going to have to get an inhibitor themselves if they want to even the playing field here.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their split, the Irelia, Fear of Elo, as well as Jemmy on that Rise have been looking to split, but great defense from the Gangplank, who's been constantly backing up his team while also clearing out that bottom wave. That tower for UAlbany's side, just a sliver of health. I don't even know how it's still sticking around. Only at 81 health, the one auto attack, and that thing's down. So, just looking now, even when with that super minion, every time they clear that top lane, it's still gonna constantly pressure with all its damage up there. So someone's gonna constantly have to clear up that top lane, or Gangplank will take advantage of that with his teleport shortly coming up. Timers, however, no big objectives really on the map right now. Elder Dragon, the only thing next to spawn, as well as Baron, but both teams kind of just waiting around. And Yox pushing his team forward, and JWU just can't do anything. They're going to take that mid tower.
As UAlbany takes that mid tower, it's looking like they're going to bot lane to take that last standing lane tower.
Yeah, I mean, two ults coming in, one get a hit. Leona gonna finally stun Fear of Elo, and Good Ken will finish off the kill. That's gonna be another tower, hopefully for UAlbany. But no, JWU just will clear out some minions. And we do see for timers, Baron Nashor actually spawning in 30 seconds. And Fear of Elo has a 45-second death timer. So let's see how UAlbany is able to take advantage of that. I mean, this wave clear from the Rise is so effective, but it's just not going to be able to stop. But AMA does look to go on Good Ken, but he will get protected by his team. Tower going to go down to Cafu as the Lilia goes in, sleeping the entire JWU team. Everyone is dead. Everyone is slept right now. Good Ken going to get a kill onto Bakujo. Leona following up on an AMA, and Rune just killing off that Jemmy on that rise. It's pretty much game. UAlbany storming into the base and looking to finish off these Nexus turrets. And Testimony doing a good job of defending for now, but one tower does go down. Good Ken very low from that tower shot and Testimony damage. But this next minion wave should be able to secure it. 20 seconds on Makujo's timer. But Fear of Alo will finally join him, and that's not going to be it. JWU live to see another day during this match.
Yeah, I thought we were over there, and UAlbany knew when to back off the last moment as JWU was starting to respawn and gather their forces. But they don't care. They back off just to get Clash again.
Yeah, I mean, Testimony down, and that's another easy Baron for UAlbany. There's absolutely no contest on this right now with the jungler dead. 40 minutes into the game now. Pretty long game compared to
the last.
Yeah, I mean, just constant back and forth. UAlbany, JWU, it's back and forth, but UAlbany has taken this late lead, 78.5k gold compared to JWU 72.7. I mean, it's a huge lead for UAlbany. However, JWU still does have that Mountain Soul. And especially with this Elder Dragon coming up soon, they might look to take it here possibly and look for this final big team fight. Like mentioned before, Elder Dragon is different from the other dragons. Basically, if your team is able to kill it, then you do receive sorry, I'm unsure actually what you do receive from killing the Elder Dragon. Excuse me, here we go. So basically killing the Elder Dragon, I still am unsure actually. Or here we go. Okay, Elder Dragon basically gives a buff, but a big team fight breaking out. Excuse me, I'm just watching as JWU gonna get 2 down as well as trading, but it's looking like JWU's gonna win this fight in the end. 3 kills for JWU compared to the 2 that UAlbany's got. And Elder Dragon is spawning right now actually, and they're looking to finish Rune TMC as well. And the root coming onto Cafu, but his orange will help him escape there.
JWU really gonna have to capitalize on this moment to get this Elder Dragon, as a lot of the UAlbany team is down, and if they can go from this Elder Dragon to the towers that they have left to capitalize on any moves that they can make. I mean, they have a good break right now.
Yeah, basically what Elder Dragon gives is a 25% health execute, but that's very huge for JWU. Once again, coming back into this game, closing that gold lead, and it's anyone's game. It's just back and forth. We're 42 minutes in, and I still have no idea what's going to happen next.
So what you're saying is that now with JWU getting that Ender Dragon, or the Ender Dragon, the Elder Dragon, my apologies, that they're going to be killing UAlbany at 25% health. They only have to get them 75% of the way.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's a huge buff for them. But, I mean, big fan of it. I don't blame you for talking about the Ender Dragon. I've seen a lot of my favorite streamers doing their Minecraft speedruns. But, yeah, I mean, 43 minutes now. Very low kills compared to a typical league game. Only 33 to 28. But JWU looking to storm down the mid lane. And that tower is just, the inhibitor tower might just go down.
Right, they didn't group up as well as they normally do.
But aiming, taking a lot of damage and forcing out the Guardian Angel. Leona gonna get very low to Jemmy and will get finished off with that execute. It's insane. JWU might be looking to storm and end the game now, but no minions to back them up. The Rise teleport actually coming in. Rise using a teleport to bring some minions finally to the mid lane to help them take the tower, but they will not be able to take they will push into the inhibitor.
JWU getting that inhibitor. That's what we're looking at now. Those super minions spawning. That might make a big difference, but we might not even see them at this point with all 5 of JWU's team.
Yeah, I mean, looking back before we saw in the game, the Gangplank Cafu was able to take that inhibitor very early and pressure that super minion up top. However, that inhibitor has since respawned, and that top lane pressure is gone, and instead, JWU has a big mid lane super minion barreling its way down. I don't know what to think. It's just back and forth every time we see another team fight.
Right, honestly. We went from a point where I thought this game was completely over, and I know that you did as well, and that JWU was completely out of it. JWU turning this thing around, putting themselves in the driver's seat there for a moment, steering it in the direction of themselves, breaking that inhibitor, getting that super minion spawning, and UAlbany pushing them out once again, getting spawned in just in time.
Yeah, I mean, Leona finally back up. Yox death timers at this point over 1 minute now. So, I mean, literally all it takes for one team to win this is just one clean team fight, maybe killing off 3, 4. It doesn't even need to be the full team to finish it off with everyone being in late game. I mean, pretty much everyone has their full items now. And it's just up to raw positioning and team fight right now to see who wins this. And actually, we do see the Baron spawning very soon. A lot of vision for JWU in that top jungle for the enemy side. I mean, JWU might want to pick this off and finish the game.
So let me ask, with killing that Elder Dragon, is that a buff that goes away?
No, so that's there forever. So they have the Elder Dragon buff, and it's just... Alright, it might actually go away. I'm unsure completely. I'm very sorry for not knowing about the Elder Dragon buff, but...
Well, hey, anybody in chat, if you want to participate, it does go away. How long is it typically there? Might be gone already.
Yeah. I do think it only lasts for a good while, so yeah. Oh, so top lane, Makujo actually going down. Baron is gonna be just all in favor of UAlbany right now. It's JWU might look to contest with Testimony, but they're forcing out that blast fruit, and that's an easy clear for UAlbany. But AA main pushing it down mid. They might look to stop the ports. AA main pressuring that tower, but Cafu was able to get out and force AA main out of there. But Fear of LO kind of staying around. Still want to stop these ports as they're looking to go in, and AA main is pinching them right now. They have Cafu isn't there, and they're going in. Reaper getting so low, but the sleep going on to Testimony. He's very low. AA main gonna go down. Fear of LO looking to kill off this Lilia, and Jemmy will also go down. Fear of LO still heavily in this fight, but he will also fall. And that's just it. It's all UAlbany now. And that's an easy fight, and it should be it. I mean, UAlbany should just walk this down. 60-second death timer onto Fear of LO, 45 for AA main, and Jemmy also at 45 now. I mean, they might be able to defend this, but they need the rest of their team to come up. Makujo and Testimony, the only ones still alive, and Good Ken, Cafu, and Rune are just looking to end it right now as we reach the 47-minute mark. It's crazy. This game it's gonna reach 50. I mean, they're gonna get this inhib, might decide to back up, but for 10 seconds
as the team starts spawning in.
I mean, they can't do anything. I think it's just UAlbany. It's all them, and that's it. UAlbany's gonna take this game.
There it is. We're 1-1.
Yeah. So, UAlbany, probably the longest game we've seen today. It's 50 minutes almost for the entire time. It's just UAlbany was able to finally break through JWU's defense and finish off this game. Back and forth constantly. It was a crazy game the entire 48 minutes that it occurred. It's just, you're always in it.
Right, yeah. Truly an incredible display of skill from both sides. I think that we might not see as much messing around from JWU now that they know that UAlbany is in it to win it. UAlbany proving to use their skill that they had earlier today, those picks that they picked earlier today, and displaying that skill with them in that game where they didn't have to worry about those bans. I mean, JWU should have known to get rid of that Lucian, should have known to get rid of that Lily, and did not do it. That was a huge mistake by them. And they suffered the consequences. They acted silly, and here we are. They're paying the price.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're just going to take a break, though. We're going to be going into this third and maybe final if Jay was able to take this. But if UAlbany is able to take this, they will go to another best of 3, I believe. So
Right,
we'll be right back.
We are now 1-1. We'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Welcome back to another match, the third match of the series tonight. We've had two so far. We are 1-1, JWU and UAlbany. And if we go to the next series, we're going to, or if UAlbany wins this game, giving them the win, we're going to go to the next series because UAlbany is our underdog. My name is JWU, Josh Gross. I'm joined once again by Potates.
What's up, guys?
And last game we saw a bit of trolling, a bit of memeing, as UAlbany pulled in spelling JWU pulled in spelling JWU in the ban phase with their bans. I don't think that we're going to see that level of trolling and memes again after they had that rough game up against UAlbany. We're now in the ban phase. Seeing a quick pick out there from JWU on that Lucian, like we talked about before. That Lucian has been intolerable for JWU. He just pops out, and Reaper playing that Lucian will just do so much damage.
Yeah, what a surprise. I mean, Lucian, good Ken, just one of the great Lucian gameplay from last game. I mean, JWU doesn't want to mess around anymore. They just want to win the game, and they're going to target Lucian and Mordekaiser. But also, we do see UAlbany going after the Poppy. I mean, they've banned Poppy first every single time, and will actually ban the set as well.
Just targeting Jemmy outright. I mean, it's like they're just telling him, we don't want you to play the characters that you're good at, quite frankly. And the quick ban there on Lilia out of JWU. Don't want to play against it again. They did it last game. They allowed it. They shouldn't have allowed it. They were doing their jokes. But all jokes aside now, we've gotten to a point where we're not doing that again. Graves ban there out of UAlbany because they did not enjoy playing against him in the last game.
They let Testimony get the Nidalee. Oh, no. I mean, for the past two games, UAlbany has targeted that Nidalee, but they just didn't want to deal with that Graves from last game. And they're going to let Testimony get his Nidalee, surprisingly. Let's see how much impact that has, because Testimony, an excellent jungle Nidalee, and it's just might have a huge impact on this game. Coming back, however, UAlbany will go to the Ornn. Not surprised by the Ornn pick. I mean, they did target the Mordekaiser, and they don't want to go into that Gangplank again, so they're going to go over to the Ornn, a little bit of a tankier pick for their top lane. And we will see Reaper possibly picking his jungle soon. I mean, Lilia's gone. JWU banning that Lilia, who had such an impact on the last game with her ultimate. But we'll go for the Lee Sin this time, interestingly. Just waiting now. I mean, I do kind of want to see something tanky in there. It is Shen going for Jemmy top lane. Haven't seen much of Jemmy's Shen, but it could be a very good pick with that map pressure from his ultimate. Shen's ultimate basically allows him to channel for a certain number of seconds and teleport to anyone on his team. It also gives them, while he's teleporting, a shield, a very big shield, to keep them alive so he can get there in time. If the enemy does die during his teleport channel, he will not teleport, however.
Yeah, what we're seeing now is UAlbany again going back to their picks from this morning. That Ornn was really, really big for UAlbany getting the win this morning. And Lee Sin, another pick that he had this morning. I'm really intrigued to see. This is what they tended to pick. Almost what I'd say is their second best.
Yeah, I mean, but also looking at the Braum coming out, I mean, it should be Makujo taking that over. It's a good counter to Lee Sin, good counter to Ornn. Just right, so much.
Like we talked about this morning, Aaron mentioned a lot that Braum counters that Ornn really well because the Ornn, his ultimate, I believe, is that huge ram dropping down, and Braum can drop that door and just say, no, I'm not having it.
Yeah, that shield coming out, completely canceling his ult. A huge counter pick for JWU. As we're into the second ban phase, they're going to ban the Cassiopeia off of Good Ken. But however, UAlbany will ban the Samira and Kalista, targeting A main in the bot lane. The final ban for JWU will be Ashe. So, a lot of bot lane targets here, as we have seen JWU already pick their top support and jungle, and UAlbany has picked their top jungle and possibly support. We could see Goodken maybe on the mid Lulu. Wouldn't be surprising, and Rune will actually go over to the Jhin. Jhin, very high damage potential, could carry the game single-handedly. I mean, looking to build possibly around him, might be a Lulu support for him. Yox could be waiting to pick his support, though. We'll see how that goes. I mean, the Lulu was super good this morning, so I'm sorry. The Jhin was super good this morning, so we'll see how that goes. Or this afternoon, the Jhin had so much damage for UAlbany. So A-Main actually also picking Aphelios. Haven't seen that out of him yet, really. Aphelios also carry potential for JWU. However,
right now just waiting on Makujo and Yox. We're going to see.
And Makujo will pick Yone for Fear of LO. Do like the Yone pick. I mean, once a good pick for mid, they already do have the high AP from the Nidalee jungle, so they're just going for it all. I do like this team comp out of JWU. That Braum ultimate, that Shen taunt, the dive from the Nidalee, the damage from the Aphelios on the backline, and the ultimate from Yone. It just makes a deadly team comp. And the final pick, Yox, going over to pick Azir for his mid laner Goodken. And we are about to go into this next game. So just looking at team comps, it's nothing like we just saw. I mean, I don't think there's one character that was picked last game that was picked this game. Azir, a different change of pace for Goodken, who's been on the Cassiopeia and the Lucian. Azir, huge ult potential with a Stream of Shuffle, which can basically build a huge wall of soldiers and just do tons of damage, knock back the enemy team, and split up the team. I also do like the Yone pick, his ult, a good dash into the enemy team, which groups them all together and stuns them. It's good team comps from both teams. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, you specifically mentioned that it might be a real problem for UAlbany letting Testimony get that Nidalee. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, Testimony, probably his favorite pick in the jungle. I haven't seen much of it. I think it's been kind of target banned during the ECAC Fall Invitational, but finally letting him get to and especially in the potential last game for UAlbany if they aren't able to win this. I mean, it's interesting to let him get that and ban the Graves instead, but we'll see how it goes.
As we wait for the spectator delay here, I think we might go into a BRB and give you a moment before we start.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Welcome back. My name is JWU, and I'm once again joined by Potates.
Hey guys.
And here we are. We're getting ready to start the ideally final game of the night, but the final game of the series. The third and final JWU versus UAlbany game.
I just can't take another 50 minutes.
Truly. Yeah, we're hoping for a quicker game, maybe, as JWU and UAlbany spawn in here and the game begins.
Yeah, so basically, if you're just joining us, as we do actually see a pause right as we start. Unsure what's going on with that, but apparently the top lane, Cafu is having some sort of internet problem, so we're gonna wait on that. But if you are just joining us, welcome. We are in a best of 3 series for the ECAC Fall Invitational final between JWU Esports and UAlbany. Right now, it's tied 1-1 as UAlbany was just able to bring it back with a long 50-minute game that we just saw. But right now, it's pretty much anyone's game. 0-0 for both teams right now. So let's see what each team is going to bring to the table.
Yeah, we saw a lot of great plays this morning from UAlbany. We've seen a lot of great plays from JWU, and this game should be interesting. Now, I think we're going to go to BRB for a bit while we wait for this pause to be resolved. So let's do that for a bit. We're going to go to BRB, and we'll see you in a brief moment. We apologize for the wait. All right, I think we are back as both teams are spawning in and our technical difficulties are respond. Once again, I am JWU, joined by Potates, and this is the JWU versus UAlbany game as both teams are rolling out, beginning their positioning phase.
Yeah, I just had a quick pause there. Unfortunately, Cafu was having a little bit of internet problems, but they do seem to be resolved. But just looking right now, I mean, there's just JWU and UAlbany both bring their A game. Testimony on his Nidalee, just one of his favorite picks. But I could possibly see it going either way right now. UAlbany has the momentum. JWU learning from their mistakes last game, hopefully, and looking to maybe come back with a much stronger team comp and actually getting some good bans in during the draft pick. Yeah, but if you did not watch last game, JWU, after going up 1-0, did troll a little bit and go for a little bit of bans, spelling out JWU. So, but no trolling this time, as this is the take-all game right now.
The take-all game, it really is, yeah. The winner of this game is going to be going to the League Nationals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, if JWU is able to win this, they will go to the Nationals, but if UAlbany wins this, due to being in losers, they will go to another best of 3 series. And I don't mean to be a home fan right now, but I don't know if I could take another best of 3 series. But yeah, just looking at a couple like the rosters for both teams. UAlbany will be running the Cafu Orn top, Reaper 79 on the Lee Sin jungle, Good Ken, Azir mid, Rune TMC, Jin ADC, and Lulu from Yox on the support. However, JWU will match that with Makujo and A main running the Braum and Aphelios respectively, and in the bot lane, Fear of LO on the Yon mid, Nidalee on the jungle for Testimony, and Jemmy running that Shen top. Both teams just kind of trading out damage right now, playing it a little safe. Junglers finishing off their first bit of clears to get to level 3. Nidalee ending up in the top jungle, as we've seen both junglers on the opposite sides from each other the entire night so far. Fear of LO looking to go in a little bit on Good Ken with his kind of ghost form, getting a little bit more damage, poking out Azir, and just retreating back to the farm. So
back to farm indeed. We're not going to see any early kills this game like we did previously. We saw that top lane Ornn earlier today from UAlbany being a really, really bold, strong play from them, and we might see it once again, hopefully as strong of a play as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ornn high impact with his ult, however, but I mean, Makujo on picking that Braum is so good for them. The ability to completely cancel his ult with that shield. I mean, let's see if Makujo is able to shut down Cafu on the Ornn right now. But we do kind of see an early mid lane roam for Yox and Reaper, as Fear of LO looking to go in on the Azir, might get the kill and will retreat back, but Testimony coming in. Good Ken getting very low. The Ignite might finish him off, and Testimony will. Fear of LO also getting very low. Lee Sin looking to follow up by Reaper, but it's not going to matter. And Rune TMC is kind of caught out right now. Makujo and Aiming trying to get him, flashing, will get the root, but will not finish him off. An early big team fight we just saw.
Right, yeah, and a good kill there from JWU, putting them in the lead right now on both kills and gold.
Yeah, I mean, this fight still isn't even over. Yox is in trouble right now as he's forced to flash due to Fear of LO's Yon, and no kills, but wasting some summoner spells for
right, for sure, yeah. That's what's really important too. You're resetting those cooldowns, making them a little less capable for the next fight, and putting yourself in a better defensive and offensive position by making sure that they can't do the moves that they might want to.
Yeah, I mean, just looking now off that first kill for Testimony, JWU already up to a 1k gold lead, going 1-0 in kills, and this dragon is spawning very soon, as Testimony does look to reset on the Nidalee and possibly take some drag control there. Just looking at the waves though, top lane a little pushed up for the Shen, as Ornn looking to reset after pushing in the wave. Fear of LO doing some good poke onto Good Ken with that ability from Yon to leave his body and just do some extra damage. But it's just poke, and Azir is able to withstand it. Right now, we do, however, see Testimony try to motion towards his top jungle, not really in concern about the dragon right now. Lee Sin also going towards his top jungle, maybe to clear out these raptors or possibly the Krugs, or maybe even look for a gank on this Shen. We do see the mid laners getting very close to level 6 as well as the top laners, so Shen already getting that potential to come gank lanes without the teleport, and there it is, level 6 for Jemmy, as he gains his ultimate ability. If you weren't here before, basically how Shen's ult works is that it puts a shield onto an ally, and he channels for a few seconds and is able to teleport to that ally. Finally, do see some drag control, however, coming out from the Lulu. Yox level 3, but helping his Lee Sin get this Rift Scuttler, as Makujo maybe looking to prevent this. Testimony joining him.
What we're seeing here really is as Aaron described, that opening game handshake. Whatever damage you can deal, you try to throw at the other team, but really, I mean, we're just starting off the game. We're starting off that farm. starting off, doing whatever damage we can, getting as much gold as you can,
If
and
you missed
putting
it
yourself
there,
in the best position.
If you missed it there, Testimony trying to finish off that Rift Scuttler in the river, but Lee Sin with his Q just able to barely finish it off with 20 health remaining and get that temporary vision for his team. However, both junglers kind of resetting, just getting some red buffs right now as Jemmy looks to farm under his tower a bit. CS lead pretty small in top lane as Jemmy only has about 5 CS over Kafu on the Ornn. But we do see that the Nidalee is currently up 1-0 compared to his Lee Sin, and also giving that assist to Yone, who has been able to take advantage of that extra gold and poke down the Azir. But it looks like this dragon's going to come out for JWU, and there's no contest from the enemy team. And just getting very low, and that's going to be it. Yeah. I mean,
early Infernal Dragon giving them more attack and ability power.
Yeah, I mean, interesting choice from UAlbany there. I mean, I feel like they could have possibly contested that dragon. It just kind of giving it up. I feel like Testimony has had a lot better dragon control this game, or not this entire set over Reaper 789, as they've constantly gotten a lot more dragons than UAlbany. So let's see how that plays out with an early dragon in 8 minutes. Still pretty even in the gold, as we do see JWU kind of stretching it to about a 1.5k gold lead with taking that dragon, but Yone getting a little deep into the enemy jungle as he's trying to scout out maybe where this Lee Sin is, as Reaper kind of positioning towards bot lane, looking around, maybe trying to find an invading Nidalee, but Nidalee nowhere to be seen, taking her own blue buff on the other side of the map. A little bit of a brawl breaking out top lane as Jemmy does look for some damage on the Kafu, but two tanky top champions just pokes and CS. Not going to see much other than that unless we get a gank. And Fear of LO trying to prevent this Lee Sin from farming and trying to bait a dive, and he's going to ult in, getting Reaper very low as Shen is forced to ult, and he's going to just run out.
A quick kill there onto Reaper from Fear of LO.
Yeah, I mean, what a great invade by Fear of LO to quickly finish off Reaper, and just Shen was teleported in, didn't even need a help. I mean, just getting that assist from the shield is more than enough for him, and he moves back towards his top lane. Both bot laners kind of just trading some blows right now. A main looking to pressure Rune TMC, but his Lulu is coming to his help, and A main sees it and is forced to flash. However, Fear of LO looking towards bot. Makujo might look to dive in and get something. Rune TMC forced to flash, and a teleport coming in. Ornn's going to be flying in to try to finish off A main. We might see the Ornn horn, and here it is. And the block for Makujo, and that's just what it brings to the table. However,
it really is.
Kafu finishing off A main, and Fear of LO is mad. He wants to trade something back. Jin getting very low, ulting, and saving Makujo with that knockup. But Reaper is not over with this, getting a little too hasty, but will get the
overextending.
I mean, overextending, but what a great response to the exhaust, finishing off Makujo. Fear of LO wants to finish off Rune. He sees it, and he's almost gonna get it.
Gonna get it.
Wow, flying out, insane play.
That was a risky, dangerous play, but it really does pay off when you do something like that, and it works out.
And yeah, now with that Ornn staying bot for so long, they're just going to get this top lane tower so early, 11 minutes in, Rift Herald doing most of the damage, and Jemmy and Testimony finishing it off together. That's just a great play from JWU. A huge gold lead resulting from it, almost to 2.5, should be 3k, yeah, 3k after this tower. I mean,
right, 3k, yeah.
Yeah, just overstay by the Ornn, some great play from Fear of LO to finish off his the enemy team, and we do see Lee Sin a little bit cut out here. Bot lane looking to motion towards this Reaper, and he gets the ult onto him, will get stunned, and that's another kill for Fear of LO in the mid lane. 4 of the 5 kills for JWU now on to Fear of LO on this Yone. I mean, He's deadly right now, and he's looking to kill this Azir almost, who will get very low, looking for the Stream of Shuffle, won't get anything, and he's going to pay for it, and it's going to get the kill. Another 5-0 for Yone. He's absolutely dominating this game right now. And bringing that gold lead up to 4K. It's just, JWU is firing on all cylinders right now. It's just non-stop dives onto the enemy team. Fearvelo was just tired of that mid lane matchup. He said, give me the own, let me take over, and let me just carry this game right now. Just looking around the map right now, just on some timers. Testimony going into the Dragon Pit, kind of clearing out some wards. His Dragon will be up in under a minute, but Lulu does maybe spot him out, and kind of catching him out.
Testimony polymorph and trying to get away.
Yeah.
Seems like he does, getting back over there to Jemmy to get out of that fight.
Jemmy teleporting in to keep him alive, and the big spear going on to Lee Sin.
Oh my gosh!
Finishes him off. Oh my gosh, what a play from Testimony. Incredible dive. Oh my god. The almost immediate response to his flash, and Fearvelo wants to add on to it, and Good Ken is just completely taken out. JWU is... They said, we're going to troll one game, we're going to have a little bit of fun, but it's time to get serious.
Fearvelo at this point, level 11, almost 3 levels ahead of the rest of his team. Really, really dominating this entire game. 6-0. I mean, a force to be reckoned with a 700 gold bounty on his head.
Yeah, I mean, and here comes a dive bot lane 4, and they're just going to finish off room 2. See, they're not done. Yock's going to get very low. Testimony also going to finish off that kill.
Looking like they're going to break this tower if they can while they're here.
Just such a clean dive from JWU. Just now we do see Yone 6-0-1, but Testimony on that Nidalee 3-0-1 as well, gaining that 350 gold bounty. Probably not going to finish off this tower, though, as they're forced off without the minions. But it's everyone on JWU is just completely fed.
As Kafu in the top, completely uncontested, gets that turret though.
Yeah, I mean, just the one disadvantage of that Shen ult is that he does leave his lane completely alone after ulting. So Kafu taking advantage of that, and Fearvelo once again diving in, getting so low, or getting Ken so low, but he's just gonna barely escape. Fearvelo is not one to be messed with right now.
And with a 7K or 6K gold lead here from JWU, 8 kills ahead, it's looking like they're establishing that they're not messing around this game. Last one was fun, but we're here to win.
Yeah, and just no contest really from mid lane. Fearvelo gonna finish off this tower, maybe 2v1, trying to kill Reaper, and will flash the Ornn, and will get kicked away. The Ornn Horn coming out. It's slowly coming in, but Makujo once again blocks it. And Fearvelo getting so low, it's crazy. He's just barely running away. Makujo to his rescue, but no, it's not going to matter. Azir getting that shutdown.
Braum repeatedly putting in work, saving his team.
It's just not enough, though, as Fearvelo finally gets shut down by the Azir, giving that Azir a whole lot of gold, putting him hopefully back into this game. We do... I'm unsure if we mentioned it, but we did see JWU also get Ocean Drake. So they are up to a 2-0 Dragon lead over UAlbany. Bot lane kind of playing it very slow, not much going on except for that dive under tower, forcing that Jhin and Lulu to go back to base. AMA now 1-1, just kind of holding his tower on his own as Makujo looks to roam and help out his team a little bit more. And Testimony trying to invade the jungle and look for possibly a small pick onto this Ornn, but Ornn knows better and moves back to his tower. They will take the advantage of, or they will take this advantage to try to get the Rift Herald. Probably no contest as Lee Sin is just coming back from base. Fearvelo swapping it up, going bot lane, looking to possibly chase Rune TMC, getting very low. So much damage from that Yone, but we'll have to retreat, and the Rift Herald will go down as well during that fight. 16.5 minutes, we see that 5K gold lead still just continuously expanding for JWU. I mean, nothing really UAlbany can do right now. Any fight they take will just get completely stopped by Makujo, And Yon, Makujo's perfect on those shield blocks for the Ornn ult, and it's just nothing you can do. As a 3v1, we're looking bot lane. Fearvelo wants to take it right on. A good flash from Rune, but will get very low, and Reaper trying to fight him off. The kick going in. Both kind of face-to-face right now. Testimony finally able to help, and will finish off the kill as Jin is forced to ult, and not much will come out of it. But Cafu looking to trade something back and keep his Lulu alive for now.
Now the Fury of Velo's gone down once. Testimony stepping up in his place, being 4-0 with 450 gold bounty. And Fury of Velo slaying Good Ken there. Testimony.
Oh my
god. Down Cafu.
Oh, it's just so much damage from that mid and jungle, and they want more. They're chasing this bot lane all the way.
We're witnessing an absolute slaughter, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks for the flash. Oh my god, Fear Below with another kill.
Under the control of the tower, he jumps in and gets out with just enough time.
Yeah,
it's dirty.
It's insane that Yon ability just to release from his own body and just constantly do damage, knowing that he can teleport back at any time. It's too much for UAlbany, and they're just not ready for it. 14-3 now. Gold lead almost up to 10k, just about 9k actually. And turret going down bot lane, 2 turrets actually, as the mid lane turret also is getting very low and will go down. It's all JWU expanding that gold to 10k, or gold lead to 10k. It's just, there's nothing UAlbany can do. Azir 1-4 on the mid lane, Lee Sin 1-5, getting completely out jungled by Testimonies middly. Not banning that has just been just awful for UAlbany, but they might look to get a pick on A main. As he's done,
we're witnessing a huge buff down mid.
And he's gonna finish it off. He's gonna finish off Good Ken. A main.
The whole team pulling up to try and get A main there down mid, and it's just not happening. JWU shutting it down, slaying Rune as well.
Wow. It's JWU is just JWU wants to end this game right now. They're pushing down mid.
Meanwhile, during this team fight, Testimony going around the corner and getting the dragon as well. JWU now with 3 dragon buffs with the attack damage, ability power, passive healing, and armor and magic resistance. I mean, it truly is an absolute slaughter for JWU right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just JWU.
Why they messed around last game, I do not know.
They hate us, but they were. I mean, JWU just wanted to have a little bit of fun, but now it's all serious. They want to go to this national qualifier, and we do see a fight breaking out a little bit bot lane. Jemmy fighting off Reaper and Cafu, dodging some skill shots.
Looking for a good flash there, but it might not be enough.
And Reaper
is Reaper securing that kill.
I don't think we were able to get that on the camera, NA production, unfortunately, but a bot lane kill for UAlbany, slightly closing that gap, but not by much, as Fear of Velo is slowly taking that top lane tower. No one wants to go up against the 8-1 Yon with his IE and static shift. And the ult also going in, looking to get the Lulu, but Ornn will knock him up. So much damage from one hit, and
then he just gets out of there like that.
Yox escaping by the skin of his teeth with that ult, but a good force on the Lulu ult from Fear Below. And we finally do reach 20 minutes. Baron is finally up. This gold lead is insane as the teleport is coming in bot lane from Jemmy, while the rest of the team does group up mid. Wants to force a team fight, knowing they can take them on 4v5. They don't even need their top laner, as he will be able to teleport in later with that shield if it's really needed.
With 6 towers and an 11k gold lead, JWU really in the driver's seat in this match.
Yeah, I mean, we should see JWU try to force a fight. They do want to just end this fast. If they do have the high advantage, or the big advantage right now, is Jemmy and Ornn looking for a little bit of a fight, but Ornn will escape slowly. But JWU is just, they played that 50-minute game and said, we're tired, let's end this, let's go to bed. So let's see how they take this. They actually will be forcing this Baron right now. Fear Velo, Testimony, and Makujo, all 3 on the Baron, as Fear Velo going for his sheer. He's done. He's dead. There's nothing he can do. And Yon just teleporting back out, and it's... Fear Velo is a dangerous man. And he's going back in. Here he goes on the Lee Sin. He doesn't even care hitting Rune so much, and he just barely gets out. But A main will finish off the Lulu with that. But before Lee Sin will get her ult, Fiervello, a one-man army right now, chasing down Reaper.
Confu looking to get a quick pick here on Jemmy. Jemmy pushing him back behind this tower as Jemmy's looking to get this tower. And he's going to do the ram.
Ornhorn will come out, won't get anything. Jemmy just saying, are you kidding me? And Testimony kind of caught in the enemy base with the stream of shuffle, but here he comes.
Oh. Here he comes, right.
And that's just mid in him right there. It's 10-1 right now.
With the first inhibitor going down, we're going to see super minions spawning. And we might get the right inhibitor in a moment.
Yeah, I mean, Jemmy was able to get that tower even with the pressure from Orn and Jin, but his team comes to his help, and
there it is. 2 ally inhibitors. Absolute chaos in their spawn. Fiervello, unstoppable.
And
Testimony getting picked.
Wow. And that's the surrender. That's over. It's done. The surrender for UAlbany, and that's it. JWU taking it. Oh my lord. I don't mean to be a little rude, but that was just a stomp.
It was a stomp indeed, with no exaggeration. I think we might be doing a quick interview with the JWU team here in a moment. Wow. Just truly a slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. It was so much like Fiervello constant on that Yone, getting to I think 11 kills at the end, and that's it. JWU takes the ECAC Fall 2020 Invitational by a score of 2-1 against UAlbany. It's just a complete wipe on that last game.
Yeah, it really was. Wow.
I mean, we might be getting an interview here, possibly with JC. I think he's going to be joining the call just in a second.
I think that we're having a little bit of a production error. A little bit. In a prod yet. Yeah, we might go to BRB for a little bit. Are we doing that?
Okay. I think we're going to be starting the interview. Welcome, JC. Welcome to the call. Thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
How you guys, big win against UAlbany. I mean, that last match was a stomp. What was it like after that 50-minute second match?
You said that 50-minute match?
Yeah. What were you guys thinking?
Man, we was like, we playing right now. I don't know what we doing. Like, I don't know. It was super chill. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but honestly, that
Fiervello,
he's nuts on that, insane. I mean, absolute, like 11-1, I think, in the end, finishing off the series. But your Aphelios, super good job bot lane. Some huge picks onto Azir and great dives under tower. But just in the end, like, what did you guys think going into this game, and what are you thinking now that you guys are going to the Nationals?
Honestly, when we went into the game, like, I feel like when we go into every game, we're super confident. You know what I'm saying? So when we went into the game, it's just like, yo, let's just go in there and let's just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's just play how we play. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what we did. And now that we're going to the Nationals, it's kind of like, all right, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep going hard. Let's keep playing as a team. And that's the tough thing about our team is, like, we all really cool with each other. So I can't wait to actually go to Nationals with this team. Like, they fire.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear.
Yeah, little vibes. Little vibes.
But yeah, I do see a couple calls in the chat for testimony.
You said testimony in here. That's the boy.
But I don't know. Thank you so much for joining us, JC. Congrats on the win and great match overall, man.
Thank you, my boy. Love, yo.
All right, see you, man.
I could dip.
Yeah.
Take care, yo.
Thanks so much for joining us, man.
All right, I think we're just gonna close it out there. Jag. So,
all right, cool. Well, are we waiting for? Are we gonna try and see testimony, or I don't know if he's gonna make it? All right, that's fine. Testimony had to go. We apologize to chat. I think we are going to close this one out. Thanks so much to everybody in chat for joining us. Thanks so much to both teams, UAlbany for coming out and giving it their all. Congratulations to JWU. We're going to see you in the Nationals now. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, that is insane. You can tune in there as well to see them play and hopefully take the cake there. This has been a fantastic set of games.
Wait, I think we
We
do.
might be able to get testimony.
Don't leave yet. We might be getting testimony for an interview right now.
We're going to go to We'll be right back for just a moment until he can get in here. Stay with us.
Stay away. Don't leave. All right, welcome back, guys. Unfortunately, Jag did have to go for a quick bit, so I will be ending this off. 2 potatoes on the screen, but we give the people what they want, and we got testimony here for an interview. Welcome, testimony, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So, we just seeing that absolute stomp after or for the third match. I mean, what were you guys thinking after that 50-minute long second match?
We were kind of trolling because we stomped them the first game, and before that we sent them to losers bracket. So we were just looking to have some fun, and they put me on Graves. I barely played Graves, so it was kind of fun, but we kind of trolled.
And we did see they did target your Nidalee for the first 2 matches, and they did let you get actually onto that Nidalee for the third match. What were you thinking when you saw no ban on that?
Well, when I saw the Nidalee, we said, "Oh, we won already," because they banned my Nidalee all throughout the series. Like, this is my first time playing Nidalee on the tournament, so I'm kind of hyped for that.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys are going to nationals now, so just how are you feeling about that, and what are you guys gonna do to just keep this up once you go to nationals?
Well, we're just gonna be practicing every day. We're just gonna grind that solo queue. I play with my mid laner like every day, so we're gonna have some different in the national. It's gonna be something different.
I like it. Well, congratulations once again for the win. Thank you so much for joining us. But I think that's going to end it for us. I think we're going to end the broadcast now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the entire stream. And I hope everyone has a great night.